Warning: the following program is a recap of the HBCU sports world. It is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their schools, or all black people. There may be some cuss words and some cultural words. If that bothers you, move along. If you're young, please seek permission before watching any further. If you at work, make sure you got your earbuds in. Don't blame us if you get fired. Thank you. The Outspoken Show.
And P.S. Don't be so damn sensitive.
You know what? It's just been that kind of week. I ain't even about to fuck with it. I'm sorry. I ain't even about to fuck with it. It's been that type of week, okay? It's just been that type of week. I ain't even about to really mess with it. Bump that. Hey, my host, my guest, my brother from another, give it up for my boy, Perry White. I ain't even about to fuck with it, dude.
What is this? What are we doing tonight? I'm with it. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I hear you very well.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Is it that type of night?
No, it's just been that type of week, bro. It's just been that type of week, bro. For real. I'm not even about to play like I'm not frustrated, okay? It's just been that type of week. It's my shit day.
I can't hear you no more, Scotty. You mute.
My stuff just messing up, bro. It's just been that type of day. Let me first of all, okay. I had to move
Monday.
Dog. It's been the longest Monday ever. I had to move. I had to help Akila's grandparents move out of their townhouse to an apartment. I hate moving. I don't do manual labor. That is I stop the buck at manual labor. Like I don't play around with manual labor. So I gotta give you a story time. How you felt about PV and all the shit that went down? Let me give you this story time because this has been my week. So what happened was they were supposed to move out late August, right? Late August. The grandma calls and she's like, "Baby, I got this notice in the mail and I gotta move out by August 30th." And I'm like, now this is like August 16th. And I'm like, what? Like, that's not right. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I go up to the office with them. I'm like, hey, I'll go up there with y'all and everything like that. So I'm talking to the lady, nice white lady. I ain't even gonna hold you. Nicest white lady I ever met. And she's like, you know what? I'm so sorry about that. What we'll do is we'll extend you another 30 days, which they did not have to do. They extended them another 30 days and let them pay the rent that they were paying last month because they're going from 900 to 200. My bad. My stuff is acted up. Can you hear me?
I hear you well.
All right. Okay. So the lady extends them out and they get to September 30th to move from August 30th. This was like August 25th when we had the conversation to now September 30th, right? So we like, okay, cool. Now we like, hey, are y'all looking for places to go? Like, do y'all have something in the, in the works or whatever? Oh, we want a 2-bedroom. We want this. We want that. What does your finances say? If your finances can't afford a 2-bedroom, you're not going to a 2-bedroom, right? So all that stuff occurs, right? It's just the days are just ticking by. They finally found a place under budget. Great. So we get to it. We looking at it. Now, mind you, they're coming from a 3-floor townhome. They're in a single flat 2-bedroom apartment. Oh, we taking this, we taking that. I said, no, the hell you not. They ain't Where are you going to put? Oh, we want both the refrigerators. Where are you going to put both the refrigerators? Where they? Oh, we want the Anwar. I haven't seen an Anwar since I was like 8 years old. I'm dog. Perry, this junk is all wood. Like, chopped it off the tree, grinded it up, and made it into furniture. It ain't no laminate, nothing.
Heavy as hell.
Dog, heavy as hell, right? So me, Key, and a couple of family members got together. We helped them with the mover money or whatever. So today was moving day. Today was day. September 3rd. Today was D-Day, right? So the day before, this is what happened. This is what really set me off, right? So Sunday, we get over there. We supposed to help them. You know, the Cowboys ain't playing, so I ain't tripping, right? I got all Sunday. So we go over there, and we supposed to help them get stuff packed. Ain't nothing. It's kind of packed, but ain't nothing really packed, right? So we go to the basement. I said, hey, what's important that you have to have? She gonna be like, her grandma gonna be like, all that's great, all that pawpaw stuff. That's pawpaw stuff down there. That's all. I ain't worried. That's pawpaw. So I go downstairs and he hard of hearing. So I'm like, pawpaw. I'm like, pawpaw, what you want? What you trying to keep? He like, huh? I said, what you trying to keep? He like, oh, I don't want none of this. Oh, you don't want. I said, okay, cool. So I'm like, trash. The grandma, no. Oh, those are new. No, let me get. I said, no, you said none of this stuff was yours. So how are you? Oh, those are new. I said, if you cared about them, they wouldn't be in the basement. They would be upstairs in the kitchen. And I'm talking to her just like I'm talking to you because I'm already on 10 because I'm doing manual labor and I don't do manual labor. So I'm already on, it ain't no 7, ain't no 9, I'm on 10 because I'm out here doing manual labor and I hate it, right? So she like, it's a lamp. Dog, it looked like a lamp Harry Tubman used to get the slaves from Virginia to Maryland, bro. Like, it's that old. It's like a kerosene lamp. She like, oh, that's Pawpaw's Aunt Gilda's lamp. Ask him if you want the lamp. I said, Pawpaw, you want the lamp? No, I don't want that lamp. I said, cool, trash. She got a son named Jesse as well. She's like, ask the other Jesse. I said, that's not what you just told me. You told me to ask Jesse if he wanted the lamp. Now you want to ask the son. He don't want this old ass lamp. What are he going to do with it? Oh, call it that? Dog, I'm telling you, bro, it's been a day. So that was Sunday. So Monday, we like, hey, I told Keith straight up, I said, listen, what they not dictating nothing today. I said, we pay for that movers. They gonna move what I tell them to move. Period. It ain't no conversation. It ain't done. I'm already telling Key, so I ain't gotta have this tone with your grandma. You could already have that conversation with her that, hey, Abrion on one, so he ain't playing with you today. All right, so we gotta have the conversation because I'm not with it. I'm not with the foolishness today, right? So we get there. Day one, we on the foolishness. I said, Papa gonna come out to me, we taking the Anwar. I said, no, we're not. It's not going. Dog, Perry, the shit's is as big as this. It literally is as big as this wall. You in a 2-bedroom flat. Where you gonna put that? When it's not going. What about the refrigerator? They ain't going. Your security deposit gone because we leaving stuff. We just gonna leave stuff because today is D-Day. We not playing. So we went through all that. They got moved. Situation's over. Listen, bro. As soon as we done moving, we gotta go pick up the kids from school. So now Key gotta drive 30 minutes back to go pick up the kids, and then Shy got football practice at 5:30. They get off the bus at 3:30. So we driving back down. That's when I text you when we got out of football practice. That's at 7 o'clock. I had to shoot back. So when I tell you it's been a day, we started moving at 8 this morning, P. I've been on the go since 8 this morning. That is my story of time. And that's why I don't like old people. I do
Scotty,
not.
you know what you need? You need some Elite 15 coffee! That's what you need, Scotty. You need some Elite 15 coffee. You should have got that to start your day. I don't understand.
Oh Oh my God, it's been a day.
Get you some of that Elite 15 coffee and keep it going.
Oh, Jesus.
Veteran owned.
Black owned. All right. Whatever you need, we got it. Colombian, Dominican, Puerto Rican, it don't matter. We got Elite 15 coffee. Oh. And now I got to be here and take the foolishness from PV fans and all that dumb shit they about to talk about today because they just too happy.
You think they're going to come out the woodworks?
They're going to come out the woodworks because they won. Listen.
True soldiers.
Hey.
We don't die. Keep rolling. Nah.
The 300 to give $30 is still on go. Listen, I got 280 people in here already. I know all 296 of you Bamas have not given, so make sure you give. And there's 2 to 3, 4 ways you can give. Both cash apps, OffScript TV and OffScript TV 2. If either one not working, try both of them, please, and thank you. I thank you guys in advance. In the note area, make sure you put your email. Now, listen, if you give on Venmo, if you give through Zelle, make sure you text the number 214-396-0268. That's 214-396-0268. Like I did that, Perry. That's how y'all be doing on the radio station, just like that. So I'll be watching the Jaguar Journal. I'll be seeing how you be moving. So, but yeah, so make sure you, man, please listen. This is for OffScript to go live, to be on location. We need internet tables, we need all the resources possible. Listen, $30 is not gonna kill you. It damn sure wasn't as much as I done spent today on some movers that ain't even moving my furniture. Okay, so absolutely. Look at all this. Look at all this. You see, look, they in here today. They don't be here no other day when they was getting their ass whooped. They weren't in here. Look, D Black, you know what I'm saying? Now they in here. Now they in here today.
Hey, better you than me, Scotty. Hey, better you than me. I didn't want no parts of it. I got that dub. Better you than me.
And I sent Benjamin's 50 same day order.
He got that back.
Yeah, he got that back.
He got it back in blood too.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a man of my best. Listen, we ain't got no hot and viral today, but we do got the battle of the picks. Another week of tie. I should have. Yeah. That Texas Southern one got me. The Grambling one got me too, of course, but the Texas Southern one hit me.
I didn't see that Grambling coming. I
Dog. Me and one day, I'm gonna catch Dooley on the street. One day, I'm gonna catch Dooley on the street one day.
He ain't hard to find.
Now it's not even like no fighting stuff. It's like just walk me through your thinking. Like that's all I'm asking. That's all. It's not even on no. I'm gonna fight you. Nah, he too dapper for that, right? I ain't about to fight Dooley for that. Walk me through your mental processing of football. I gotta understand it. Because what I saw in overtime was absolutely atrocious.
We got him off our hands, so Grambling, he's all yours now. He's doing the things that you saw happening with us, isn't he?
Dog. And when I was trying to give him credit, hey man, Dooley dialing it up.
I never said it once. I promise you.
But he was though. See, that's the issue. It's like a girl who cook, and when she finally cooks, you're like, oh damn, babe, this is good. And then she go back to making like hamburger helper. You're like, yo, what happened to you made red beans and rice a week ago. Now you going back to hamburger helper. This is me every day. Like I just do that on special occasions. I'm like, oh man, that's how Dooley is, bro. Like you see it for like a split second. You're like, oh shit, he got it. And then for 90% of the game, you're like, no, he don't. No, he doesn't.
Old folks used to say, when somebody show you who they are, believe them.
Believe them. You're right. Believe it, because damn, he be getting me every time. Yeah, that's how guys get caught up. You be like, oh man, when I met her, oh she kept her hair done, lips on fleek, hair done. Now I'm with her. She don't do what she used to do. She don't do that thing she used to do.
She don't do that thing with her tongue no more. That's been out the window. That was.
No, she don't do that thing when she used to do when she did that thing. It's like that.
That little twerk.
Hey, perfect sweep, P. Can we? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
I
sweep.
must say, we're not too bad with these picks, though.
No, we're not. Listen, 10-2 is not bad. I had one bad week. Whoa, man, I had a really.
You went 8-6 that week.
Yeah,
I went 12-2.
And that's what lets you in the door. That's what opened the door up. But
that was that Southern week. Southern TV.
Yeah, you must have been praying to the right God that day, boy.
I was just watching some football that day. That's all it was. That's all it was, man. That's all it was.
The fact that you picked Hampton over William and Mary.
I did. You picked Texas Southern over Jackson.
I did.
Come on, man, take that L with me. That's not act like one L better than the other. Shit, the L is an L. I did. I won't no more. Okay, and I bet you won't pick Texas Southern no more. We both learned our lesson. We got burned. The stove too hot.
Hey, I'm not touching that stove no more. That stove too hot. I
promise you. Especially it's getting into CAA Cup. Oh shit, no. I'm done.
My picks is done.
I rode Hampton as long as I could.
If it ain't white, it ain't right.
It's time to get up out of there. Yeah, I learned my lesson. Hey, Hampton, I'm off the train. You lasted 5 weeks with me, Hampton. We done here.
Yeah. Move along.
Yeah.
Right. It's close, man. It's close.
Once again.
It's close, man. It's like the Tour de France. You got the yellow jersey this week. You got the yellow jersey this week.
Back to back, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Back to back.
It's all right.
But
it's all right.
Come on, Scotty. To be going into week 6, 61-15, 60-16. I mean, to be honest, man, this is really good. A lot of people out there picking. I know they talk noise to us in these comments, and they don't be liking what we do. But come on, a lot of y'all will be more losses than wins. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all will be like my man Mike in the hole, needing to call Mr. Campbell, trying to get you out that hole.
Chicken nuggets, chicken wings, all of it declined. Don't even matter. All of it, hey, it ain't no good. But you know what series it is? That new series is called
What Happened to That Boy?
Yeah.
What happened to that boy?
What happened? What the hell happened? Now, I didn't do William and Mary in Hampton. I didn't do that.
Thank you.
I was rushing.
We saw what happened.
Yeah, I was rushing. But
it was ass whooping.
First up,
what happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened?
What the hell happened?
Boy, you come up with some graphics, dog. Last week it was the eagle feeding the A&T to the little chicklets in the nest. This week they just get pissed on.
Got pissed on.
They may win the award for the most what the hell happened.
They a 2-time. You see at the bottom right there, it's a 2-time what the hell happened award winner. You know what I'm saying? They got 2-time. Back to back.
Scotty, you may win the award for best graphics this year.
I appreciate that, man.
You ready to jump into this?
Let's get it.
All right, what the hell happened to North Carolina A&T? Once again, a far cry from the Aggies of what they used to be. The Aggies used to be a team I looked up to. They used to be a team whenever I saw them on TV. I can go back and remember an FCS kickoff to start the season, and North Carolina A&T took on Jacksonville State in Montgomery at the Crampton Bowl and stopped Jacksonville State's long regular season run in terms of winning streak. And to consider where they are today, even going on the road, getting Eastern Carolina, in which the famous coach Sam Washington said, bring me my money. Now these days, they just getting pissed on by anybody. And it is a sad sight to see for the Aggies of A&T. I'm sorry for where y'all have fallen. But South Carolina State and Chennis Berry taking over this program over Coach Buddy Pugh and finding success early. And when I say success, you look at it offensively. 521 total yards of offense in this game, 367 yards passing, 154 yards on the ground rushing for A&T, 306 yards of total offense, 205 in the air, 101 on the ground. One thing I have to say about South Carolina State in this game, 13 penalties for 120 yards, and both teams turned the ball over a lot, 3 turnovers apiece. South Carolina State, 2 interceptions and a fumble, and for North Carolina A&T, 2 fumbles and an interception. But guess what? Eric Phoenix for South Carolina State, 22 of 33, 367 yards passing, Scotty, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And Duhart, the running back, 21 carries, 90 yards. And then let's go to Caden Hyde. Big game, had a career high, 8 receptions, 152 yards receiving, and 1 touchdown. On the other side, Justin Fumby, 16 of 29 for North Carolina A&T for 205 yards passing, 3 touchdowns and an interception. And then you look at Cameron Dalrymple, 11 carries, 23 yards rushing. This was A&T just had nothing in this one. It was, guess what, Scotty? It was 10-10 at halftime.
Yeah, it was a game. It was a game. They looked like they won the battle it out. It was a game.
And the Bulldogs pull off, reeling off 21 points in the third quarter and another 14 in the fourth quarter. For A&T, only mustered up 15 points in the second half. And once again, they find themselves on the short end of a blowout. Very pissy for A&T this weekend. Very pissy.
Hey, that boy Caden Hyde different. I listen, he's on my top 5 receivers in HBCU football. Listen, that boy Caden Hyde is very much so.
When we say for A&T, this was a piss poor performance.
Piss poor. I like how you did that right there, sir. Piss poor. Absolutely piss poor. Yeah. All right, next up, boy.
What happened to that boy? Yeah. What happened to that boy?
Listen, I couldn't come up with nothing. That's all I got for you. They say things are bigger in Texas. Not when Jack State came to town.
Yeah, you made the JSU bigger. I guess we'll take that with the little Texas. 43-14 in this one. It was 13-0 at halftime. Jackson State pulls away 14 points in the third quarter. Add another 16 in the fourth quarter. Texas Southern don't get any points until they threw up 14 points in the fourth quarter. For Jackson State, the Tigers, 441 total yards in this game of offense, 185 in the air, 256 yards on the ground. On the other side for the Tigers of Texas Southern, 223 total yards in this game, 115 in the air, 108 on the ground. Both turnovers, 1 turnover apiece by both teams. An interception for Texas Southern, a fumble by way of Jackson State. Jacoby Morgan, it was his day. He was the baller on Saturday. 13 of 22, 185 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, along with 10 carries for 96 yards and 2 more touchdowns on the ground. And then you add in for Tillian, 4 receptions, 62 yards, and a touchdown. A tough day for Jordan Davis, only 13 of 25 passing for 115 yards and 1 touchdown and interception. He also was the leading rusher in this game for Texas Southern. 19 carries for 33 yards, along with another touchdown. He scored both touchdowns. Ran 1 and threw 1 to Trenton Leary, who ended the day 5 receptions, 59 yards and a touchdown in this one. Jackson State showing what they look like when they don't turn the ball over and commit a lot of penalties. They play a pretty good brand of football, and they showed that in Houston, Texas this weekend.
Let me say this, and I've been waiting to say this because Powell State fans have been getting on my freaking nerves.
Give them some respect today.
No.
Give them some respect today.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And this is why. I have never seen a coach. Let me blow myself up. I have never seen a coach so stubborn that you don't play Jace at all. And I've been reaching out to Texas Southern people like who are close to the program. I'm like, yo, why didn't he play Jace at all? They said Jace's game against Rice is the reason why Chris Dishman didn't play, because it was that bad. I'm like, damn, it's Rice. Like, it's Rice. Jace is the same kid that almost beat them a year ago. It didn't make. See, listen. And I said this on Friday. I said I was worried about my pick because of the quarterback situation at Texas Southern. If Texas Southern had KJ Cooper, this is a different game. If Texas Southern plays Jace, it's a different game. When you're not able to throw the ball at all. I mean, literally, like the redshirt freshman, and it's not a knock to him. He's just not ready for the moment. He's not ready to do what's asked of him to be competitive. And you're putting your defense in, because at half, the game was 13-0 at half. So you literally just had your defense. It just, at some point in time, the defense just can't keep up when it's 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Bro, I mean, they're barely getting like 15 to 20 yards. It was crazy. So, listen, all respects to Ohio State, but at the end of the day, bro, like Chris Dishman, I just never seen anything like that, to where a kid that is on your team that literally lost to them by 2 points last year, he's not good enough to play. He's not good enough to play at all. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not.
What happened to that boy?
Oh, look what I found.
What happened to that boy?
Oh, look what I found. Wow. My bad. I thought I forgot. I thought I forgot. That's on me. My bad, bro. My bad.
Where you get the William and Mary from? Father, forgive us. Well, listen, man, Hampton was my #1 team in black college football a week ago because the black college teams that they was playing, but now they switched over into the white world, and we see where it got them. 49-7 in this ball game. It was 21-7 at halftime, and then William and Mary pulled away, scoring 21 points in the fourth quarter, add another 7 in the third quarter. 632 total yards of offense for William and Mary in this one.
Oh, hey, slow. Oh, slow down. How much total offense?
632 yards.
Oh, God damn.
I got an even bigger stat for you. 198 yards in the air, 434 yards on the ground for William and Mary. That's right. That old school saying, they said they couldn't even stop a nosebleed. Hey, Hampton had nothing, and they had nothing on offense, only getting 214 yards of total offense, 84 passing, 130 yards rushing in this game. Christopher Zell is 6 of 14, 44 yards passing, and Malcolm Mays, they've been running it.
Hold on.
Okay.
You're going through the stats a little too fast. 44 yards of passing.
And an interception. And you know they've been running a 2-quarterback system, so Malcolm Mays comes in. He goes 4 of 9 for 40 yards.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Christopher Zealous also added, he was the leading carrier for the day. 8 carries, 47 yards. Elijah Burris was shut down in this game, only 11 carries for 46 yards. But he was able to get into the end zone for the lone touchdown for the Pirates. On the other side, Darius Wilson, 16 of 19, 198 yards passing and a touchdown. How about this? Tyler Hughes, 3 carries for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's ridiculous. Listen, bro. I told you. I said, Perry, they are a one-trick pony. I said that. I told you.
It was an HBCU poll, so I took what they did against HBCUs. Hey, you can take #1 until you lose it. So they was 3-1 and 3 points away from being 4-0. So, and that was against all HBCU opponents. We do an HBCU top 5 poll. So
that's fair.
Against HBCUs, I'm like, shit, 3-1. Why not?
Yeah, that's fair. I get what you're saying.
But now they on the other side, the HBCU is gone. It's FCS all the way now. And now we see what happened. And then Bronson Yonder, 19 carries, 117 yards.
What is that average? 3 carries for what's the average? Was that 70 yards? Is that 70 yards a carry? No.
His longest was 66 out of those 3 carries.
No, it's about 45 yards a carry.
Yeah.
40, 81. Yeah, about 45 yards a carry. 40. Every time he touched the ball, he got 40. That's crazy.
Take this in. If it was 3 carries and he scored 2 touchdowns,
2 out of
I shouldn't even have to break it down. You got it.
That's crazy.
He took off every time he had it. He was like, this trash, weak sauce. Father, forgive him.
Father, forgive us.
Yeah. Hampton, horrible showing. Hey, against the HBCUs, they all right. Now they in that other world, they not all right. So y'all pray for Hampton.
Whew. All right, last one.
What happened to that boy?
Yeah.
What happened to that boy?
Man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. All right. Perry, break it down.
I caught this game late when I got back home. I went to the LSU game this weekend, and when I got home, last I looked, it looked like Grambling was up big. I kept checking the scores at halftime. It was 17-7. I looked around in the third quarter. It was 17-10. And before I knew it, Prairie View scores 14 points in the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game in the regulation. They go into overtime, and I look up 5 overtimes later. Prairie View finds a way to get it done in overtime, 36-34. And I look at this game, and look, we go back. I thought I had Kincaid. No, you don't, Dooley. You don't have him at all. You had the SWAC preseason MVP, offensive MVP. And it was not enough as, unfortunately, when it comes. And let me ask you this. Because of this game, 5 overtimes, after that second overtime, are you a fan of the 2-point conversion, 1 play?
I love it. I love it.
Short and simple and sweet.
I love it. If you a play caller, that's where you want to be at. That's where if you a play caller, 1 play to get 3 yards, I'll do that. Now, if you're a defensive coordinator, that's tough. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's advantage offense. It's advantage offense.
Prairie View, where you at in the comments tonight? Because Bubba McDowell pulled this one out. I'm shocked. I was ready to bury him. 0-3, it was nothing else left for him. But
dog, that's why I say they spoiled the party. It was Grambling couldn't do the one thing that you were freaking supposed to do, which is make Prairie View lay down. They wanted to lay down. The game was in your hand. And again, and I want to give a shout out to Mickey Joseph. In the SWAC conference,
the coach's call.
Yeah, the coach's call. He's not afraid to answer the hard questions. I appreciate that, even though he don't really get no hard questions. He really don't. But he gives up information that if you're a football fan, you're like, thank you. You see what we're saying. We're not crazy. He simply said, yo, we cannot protect Miles with 5 linemen. We need 6. We need 7. We need to go max protect. We need better quick game. He was literally saying my OC needs to be better without saying my OC needs to be better. And once again, you cannot tell me, and I love Miles Crawley. I love Miles Crawley to death. I've probably been the biggest champion of Miles Crawley in all of HBCU. You do not have him do those last 2 plays. QB power.
Yep.
And I don't even know what the hell the last play was. I thought he was trying to get his Vince Young on. Like, what is this? Who is this? I've never seen this side of you. Right? So I hate it. I hated everything about it. I really did. I think those are probably the worst 2 play calls. It just was bad, man. And what made it even worse is Miles Crawley being a gamer to get you in that position. If it wasn't for Miles Crawley being a gamer and a miracle catch, you're not even in overtime. You're getting beat in regulation. So I don't, dog. I like.
Well, check this stat out. Since 2018, Prairie View is 6-1 versus Grambling. Since 2018, they only lost since 2018 was last year's 35-20 loss in this game. So Prairie View is only, you're talking about a 22-16 victory in 2018, a 42-36 victory in 2019, 17-10, 24-10, 34-14, and then this latest one, 36-34. Prairie View's has success versus Grambling in the State Fair Classic, man, and they pulled off another one.
Dog. This is the thing that just absolutely grinds my gears about Dooley. You probably have, I don't think there's a better wide receiver in the SWAC outside of probably Shamar Savage than Javon Robinson. You probably have the second best wide receiver in the SWAC. And how he goes missing in games, I will never understand. I really don't. I'm so serious. Like, I don't know how, if that kid was at FAMU, he would be the Booby Miles of the SWAC. Like, run it, throw it, toss it, pitch it, punt it. I don't give a damn. Just get the ball in the kid's hand. It's the same thing as if he was probably at NCCU right now. Like, he would be a featured player. Javon Robinson is not being utilized well enough. And then this is the stuff that kills me. you'll see Dooley pull his head out of his ass for one play where he had Javon Robinson in the backfield and ran a wheel route. I saw it coming a mile away. I'm like, oh, he's going to run a wheel route. Okay, cool. That's great. That's the stuff you want to do. Why not have Javon Robinson in the backfield, do a screen to Javon Robinson? Like, those are the things that you need to see. Start him in the backfield, motion him out. I don't give a damn what you do, but the kid needs to have the ball in his hands more often than not. And it just, I don't get it, man. I do not get it.
I like listening to Bubba McDowell today on the coach's call. You know, he said he went into the locker room, he threw stuff, he talked, he even went to his coordinator like, look, we got quarterbacks for a reason.
Yeah.
We got guys on this team for a reason. Like you said, let's get our head out of our ass and let's use the personnel that we have and let's take advantage of whoever's going to take the game by the helm, and we're going to win it. So listen to Coach Bubba McDowell. He realized the assignment going into halftime. We got to find a way to win this game. And they did it. And now that when you look at the SWAC West, it just turned chaotic. Now that Prairie View still in Prairie View is going to want chaos as the season continues to go from October to November. And to me, this is starting to set up like it was the year that you said Southern backdoored his way in. Remember, Prairie View had it.
Yeah,
they went to Mississippi Valley and got blew out by Mississippi Valley and Etta Bena. Then Texas Southern was next up. 6 minutes left in the game. Andrew Body gets hurt. Texas Southern blew it, and then it came down to the last two, Southern and Grambling, and Southern won it in the Bayou Classic. This looked like it's probably going to be wrapped up on who's going to represent the SWAC West probably late November once again. If it continues to have this up and down the way that it does, because even with Texas Southern losing to Jackson State the way that they did, Texas Southern is still a team I think is going to find a way to beat somebody that you don't think they're going to beat as they continue to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. They ain't going to beat Incarnate Word, but I wish it was a conference game. Anyway, let's move on. Dale State, man, listen, you talking about a great game. This was an absolute thriller. Dale State goes down, scores a touchdown, goes up 41-37. And then Campbell makes a last push drive with like a minute left. And they end up scoring and winning the game. It was an absolute stunner. Go ahead and break it down, P.
Yeah, Delaware State was up 21-17 at halftime before Campbell found ways to just chip away in the second half, and they were both going back and forward. 11 points in the third quarter, 16 more points in the fourth quarter to seal the deal for Campbell. They put up 457 total yards in this game, 346 passing, 111 on the ground rushing. On the other side, how about Delaware State putting up 517 total yards of offense, 252 in the air, 265 on the ground. Penalties, though. 13 penalties for over 100 yards, and they had a turnover by way of interception in this game for Delaware State. When you look at their quarterback, Marquis Adams, 12 of 23, 252 yards passing, 4 touchdowns and an interception. Then you look at Jaden Sutton. How about this? 20 carries, Scotty, for 198 yards rushing in this game and 2 touchdowns. And then Christian Tate, 3 receptions for 88 yards and a touchdown on the other side. Chad Moscow Jr., 18 of 26 for Campbell, 323 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. And then Mike Chandler II came in and also tossed a touchdown. 3 of 5 passes for 23 yards passing. J.J. Cohen, 12 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown. And Mike Chandler also added 7 carries for 37 yards. And then Sincere Brown, 5 receptions for 133 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns. And then V.J. Wilkins to add on 7 more receptions for 115 yards. This was one of those back and forth seesaw. Whoever can get it done, got it done. But hats off to Delaware State being able to go back and forth with Campbell. This does not seem like the Campbell of yesteryears that we've seen. But nonetheless, this does not look like the sorry Delaware State we've seen of yesteryears either. They are fighting. And this was one of those when we asked that question a few weeks ago about over under 5 games. It looked like there may be some games winnable if they can continue to put up the offensive firepower that they're doing with Marquis Adams and Jaden Sutton. They are a team that could probably sneak somebody when you least expect it.
Nah, and they're playing. This kid, Marquis Adams, is playing out of his mind right now. And you got to give him kudos because they don't have the best of the best wide receivers, but he makes do with what they have. But the 2 superstars are Jaden Sutton and Marquis Adams, and they're playing like that.
You know who needs this offense? Morgan State needs this offense.
Oh, man, if Morgan State had Marquis Adams, woo! Boy, they'd be something tough. They'd be something serious if they had that boy. Boy, man. That's a good one, B. This game confused me. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but how in the blue hell does Princeton put 30 on you when the quarterback goes 5 of 19 for 80 yards and the running back goes 12 carry for 88 yards? It got to be a pick six in here somewhere. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, this game was crazy. And then when you look at the overall stats, especially offensively, it looked like it could have been closer than what it was. Howard 5 of 13 in this game on third down conversions, 0-2 on fourth down conversions. For Princeton, 7 of 15 on third down conversions. Princeton put up 275 total yards of offense, only 80 yards passing, as you said. Another 195 on the ground for Howard, 226 yards of total offense, 134 in the air, 92 on the ground. They had a turnover in this ball game by way of interception for Howard. You look at Jalen Tolbert, 17 of 29 for 134 yards and an interception. Eaton James, 17 carries for 73 yards, and Jared Hunter, 10 carries for 37 yards. Casey Hawthorne was a little quiet in this one, but he did manage to score a touchdown. He had 3 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown, and also 3 receptions for 38 yards. Then on the other side, Blaine McAllister, 5 of 19 for 80 yards and a touchdown. John Volker, 12 carries for 88 yards, and then Blaine McAllister to add 15 carries and 50 yards and a touchdown. And then De'Arian Murphy, 8 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown as well. It was 20-0 at halftime, and then Howard was able to put up 13 points in the second half, 7 points in the third quarter, 6 points in the fourth quarter. But then Princeton put up another 10 with 3 points in the third and 7 to close it out in the fourth. And they got away with a victory over Howard, 30-13.
Wow. Listen, that first half was rough. It didn't look like anything was going Howard's way. I ain't even going to hold you. But you know what's going my way? Listen, the 300 Club. We looking for 300 people to give $30.
True soldiers, we don't die. Keep rolling. Nah.
All right, the Off Script Anywhere Army is in full effect. Guys, listen, we need 300 people to give $30 to the platform. I got over 453 people right here, right now.
Oh, goddamn.
So if every one of you Bamas gave $30, the show will be over right now. We good. We Gucci, right? So listen, what we're using this for is to travel, to go live, right? You can give in multiple ways. You can give on Off Script TV, or you can give on Off Script TV too, depending on which is working at the time, because the Cash App be tripping, right? Make sure you put your email in the note description so we can email you and text you, tell you thank you, congratulations, and keep you up to date when the t-shirts drop, all right? Off Script TV on Venmo, as well as Scotty at itsoffscript.com on Zelle. Once you make it in that way, 214-396-0268. That's 214-396-0268. Text that number. Make sure you got it. Once again, Off Script Anywhere Army, we're looking for 300 people to give $30.
Somebody was asking about Princeton and what the yardage that they had. On Princeton's first scoring drive, it was 5 plays, 69 yards, took up 1 minute and 39 seconds to get 7 points on the board. When they got that field goal to go up 10-0, 4 plays, 5 yards, only took 1 minute and 26. On their second touchdown, 3 plays, 5 yards, so short field position, 3 plays, 5 yards, and then that field goal that they got, 16 plays, 65-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 21 seconds. When they got that third field goal, 8 plays, no yards, took 3 minutes and 8 seconds. And then on that final touchdown, it took 8 plays, 75 yards down the field. That drive took 3 minutes and 37 seconds, their longest drive in terms of time of possession for the day. So that's pretty much where it was.
All right, let's keep it moving. Alabama State pulls out a close one with Bethune-Cookman. Perry, what you got?
How you feeling about Alabama State and then the way that they're doing? Bethune-Cookman, I mean, and what at this point? Nothing.
0-5.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough year for them at this point. Losing to Clark Atlanta, now losing to Alabama State, a team with no offense, but Alabama State was able to get it done. 26-21, 386 total yards of offense for Alabama State in this game. And you knew it wasn't passing, only 78 passing yards, but they was able to get it done on the ground. That's what Alabama State does. They play defense and run the ball. It's just a MO. You're going to have to just get used to it, everybody. As you said, Scotty, before, the quarterbacks don't thrive there, but if you want to run the ball, they thrive. 308 yards of rushing for Alabama State in this game, and for Bethune-Cookman, they went 2 of 10 on third down, Scotty, in this game. 241 total yards of offense, 142 yards passing, only 99 yards rushing, 3 turnovers in this one, 2 fumbles and an interception, and 1 fumble for Alabama State. Zach Sims, 8 of 12 for 78 yards. Hosclaw, how about this kid? 15 carries for 120 yards. Then throw in A.J. Gates Jr. to add in another 9 carries for 74 yards. DaQuan Kinsey, 12 carries, 71 yards. And Marcus Harris, 9 carries, 32 yards. It was just basically run by committee. On the other side, Cameron Ramsey, 18 of 28 for 143 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And then Dennis Palmer, 8 carries for 37 yards in this one. Not much for Bethune-Cookman. Alabama State finding a way to get it done, chipping away. And they got it done on the road at Daytona Beach. To once again, they getting the dub in the SWAC East. And I guess at the end of the day, don't matter if it's pretty ugly or how you get it. That's all that matters, getting the dub.
Ask Prairie View. That's all it is. Don't matter how it comes, no matter how it look. Does it say W? I'm taking it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Whether it's by decimal or fraction, I don't give a damn. Give it to me.
Give it to me. Put the 1 in my W column. All-Corn. Listen, man. Let me tell you something. I'm listening to the Golden Helm, the show with G and all the Alkanites. Bro, it's Valley. Like, I'm sorry. Like, listen, they are ass to cheeks.
I saw somebody said maybe if they change their mascot from the Delta Devils, they may have some luck.
Dog, they are trash. Valley is just bad, bro. I'm talking about, like, when you watch the game, the stuff that they get, the stuff that they were getting was just too easy. Like Jaden Sisk, he drops back. He has a guy open. He overthrows him by like 2 miles over his head, and Alcorn catches the ball. And I'm like, come on, man. Man, that defense look real good. What? Against Valley? My 9-year-old can go make tackles against Valley. They're bad.
Valley makes everybody look good.
It makes everybody look good when you're really not. Now, I do listen, that kid Sewell is the real deal. I'm not gonna hold you. That Jacorian Sewell kid, he legit. But you gotta take that stuff with a grain of salt, man. Like, because Valley is just so bad. I'm telling you, like, watching that game against Nichols, I'm like, why are these niggas even in the like? Who are these niggas? Like, why are they here? 66-0, and you didn't cross midfield into the 3rd quarter.
They might as well should have played LSU and got paid for it.
Dog, it's ridiculous. So listen, I know Alcorn needed the morale boost. You know what? This is gonna sound really bad. What Alcorn did is when you got that girl in your school who you know what I'm saying? Like
the go live, the set out, the flipper. We all heard about it.
You know, when is it my turn? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what Valley is right now.
Because Alcorn was like, I heard you let Nichols hit. I heard you let Murray State hit it too. And Tennessee State. I want some. Can I get a little bit of it? You know,
I didn't get a turn. What that be like? What that be like? You know what I'm saying? You know.
And they got off too, didn't they?
No, brought the whole pack of Trojans.
Yeah. I don't even know if they used them in this one. I think they just took what they can get. That's Alcorn literally took what they can get. They just
Dog, that's really, dog. If you watch the game, that's really how it was. It was like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. And they on the Golden Helm like, man, if you just, I mean, you got to take the victories as they come. It's like,
and see, this is why Mike Reed cheers for Jackson. This is exactly why Mike Reed finds it hard, because he really a Valley alum.
He really is.
But you could never tell. Mike Reed?
Dog, Mike is the dude. You be like, that's your girl? Nah. But she be at your crib. I seen her. She Her car was in your driveway, not my driveway.
It's like I saw a video. Dude had a roommate, and he was sitting in his room. He had his door cracked.
The door, and he tried to close it.
And he walked by, and it was a big fat girl. He was like, "Look at this nigga here trying to sneak her out the house."
Dog.
Nothing to the big girls out there, but that's just if you shame of her, why you brought her in here?
Why you brought her in here?
Because you guess what? Just like Alcorn, you heard Murray State hit it. You heard Nichols hit it. So you know what? It's easy. Let me go get some of it too. And that's exactly what happened right here. So I think we can leave. You don't even need to know the stats from this. You just Alcorn hit it.
Alcorn hit. Who's next? Who's next?
Who's next?
Let me look at the schedule. let me look at Valley's schedule. Who's next? On
Valley giving it up to any and everybody. And it don't care if you got rubbers or not. Just get in where you see.
Get where you
Enter at your own risk.
I think it. Let me see. I think it's Alabama State. No, they must have got a bye. They must have got a bye this week.
They need one.
Yeah, they got a bye this week. They got a bye.
To rest that little thing. That little thing been getting ran through by everybody. Everybody been putting miles on it so far this season.
Everybody.
Mike Reed. One day you need to claim Valley, Mike Reed.
Oh, he act like he never touched Valley. Like,
and even I show love to UAPB every now and again. Mike Reed act like I could have sworn you would swear he Jackson State through and through.
Oh,
I'm calling you out tonight, Mike Reed. I'm letting the people know.
Two-time like he a two-time graduate of Valley. No, you're no of Jackson. No, you're not, sir.
No, you're not.
You got your bachelor's from Valley. You got your graduate degree from Jackson.
That means you spent all your fun, youthful days in Itta Bena, Mississippi, in the cotton field, and do a damn show called The Pregame. What? No, not the pre. Is it the pregame? The Mike Reed. What is it? The what?
The breakdown.
The breakdown. The fact that it's called the and not Valley. Goddamn Mike Reed. Claim your school, Mike. I'm gonna make sure the people know tonight, because even they don't never let me forget Pine Bluff and UAPB. And I often don't. My mom went there, so I always show love. Hell, I went there for a little while.
Yeah, but you didn't graduate.
I didn't know. My degree downstairs definitely says Southern University.
Mike says Mississippi Valley State.
It definitely does. The Mississippi Valley State.
Delta Devil.
That's what he is.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Reed. Stop doing your alma mater. They should let you. He don't go to games anyway, so never mind. I would say they shouldn't even let him go on campus, but he don't go to. He barely go to Jackson. So
Guess who homecoming he be at?
Huh?
Guess who homecoming he be at?
Jackson State.
Say less.
Probably ain't seen a Valley game since Jackson played them. If he even watched that, he just saw the final score. Yeah, Mike Reed. Represent your team, man. We all know you cool with the set out. It's okay. It's all right.
Let's move on. Let's move on from that get around girl.
That girl getting around, boy.
Get around. Round and round. Round and round. I get around.
With the underground. Mike Reed done hit it and left it alone. Now he embarrassed to know.
You know what I'm saying? You like, weren't you with that?
Boy, you was with her.
Not me. Not me.
I'm talking about you even dated her, bro. Like you got a degree in your house that say Valley.
Y'all were once like this.
2 peas in the pod as far as Gump said.
and then you ask him, he will hit you with the Forrest Gump. That's all I have to say about that.
That's it.
You
better stop before he call. You remember that time Famous Amos was ready to fight and cuss me out over Valley?
Yeah. At least he'll do that. At least
he kissed that out. Oh, well, you know what her mouth been? Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
All right. NCCU. Listen, they rolling. Them boys. What is that? Did he do that to the? Oh, okay. All right.
I did right this week. I thought with my motherfucking head and not my heart. I
I
went
was hoping you picked them jokers too. I
no
was
sir,
please. I was
Uh,
like, please. I was like, I thought Odom's his boy.
That's my dog. That's my dog. But I had to get off of it. I knew what I was dealing with this week. No sir. No sir. Jump into it.
Yeah.
Hit that behold one more time.
I said, behold.
Damn, coach. That's my dog too, man. And y'all know it. I rock with him, but I didn't rock with him in this one. As North Carolina Central pulled off 37-10 victory up in the Circle City Classic in Indianapolis, Indiana. The Circle City Classic, a long-standing rival, this long-standing HBCU football classic played in the Midwest. And look, North Carolina Central went up there and put on a show of 454 total yards of offense, 266 passing, 188 yards rushing for the Spartans. They only went 2 of 12 on third down, Scotty.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
What's even tougher, 244 yards of offense, 85 passing, 159 rushing. No turnovers crazy enough in this ball game for either team. You got right there.
You
Walker
got beat
Harris,
like that with no turnovers?
No turnovers.
Oh, that's a classic ass whooping. That's just old school. I'm just better than you. I'm just better than you. Damn.
19 of 25 for Walker Harris for 245 yards and 4 touchdowns passing. Jamari Taylor, 11 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. And then Markel Quick, 5 receptions for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the other side, the struggles continue for Jalen Daniels. 12 of 25 for 85 yards. He also was the leading rusher in this one. 14 carries for 63 yards. And I'm starting to really wonder, what's the deal with Otto Coons? They said a 4-game suspension by the NCAA, and we still haven't heard anything else. But really, what's going on with Otto Coons? Because it's really affected Norfolk. And you got to think, what would Norfolk look like had they had Otto Coons instead of Jalen Daniels? That's the only thing I've really scratched my head to look at, because Otto Coons is a dual threat. He can do it with his legs for sure. He's not much of the pass. I don't think you're going to get much more out of him than what you said with Jalen Daniels, but it's just the dynamic running ability that Otto Coons add with this offense. But right now, Jalen Daniels continues to struggle from the quarterback position. And when you only go 12 or 25 for 85 yards, it's a tough day to win a ball game, especially when you don't get much on the running game.
That's fair. And especially when that's supposed to be your bread and butter and you don't. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I think Otto Coons he makes this team more dynamic. He just adds that little bit of dynamic, that sprinkle of explosion at the quarterback position. And you've seen Jalen Daniels, he's been up and down all season. But I think Otto Coons, if given the opportunity, I think he gives Norfolk a different flavor to it. All right, moving on. Tennessee State, Charleston Southern.
Tennessee State, Charleston Southern. This was a game I think you and I looked at. We both picked Tennessee State. This was a close one. 13-9 for Tennessee State, putting up only 206 yards of offense, 105 yards passing, 101 yards rushing. On the other side for Charleston Southern, they went 2 of 13 on third downs in this game.
That's tough.
325 total yards of offense, only 90 yards passing. They ran the ball for 235 yards on the ground. Your boy Draylon Ellis, 14 of 24 for 105 yards passing and a touchdown. Jordan Gant, 5 carries for 40 yards, and CJ Evans for 8 carries, 31 yards. Gant also was able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. And Brian Williams from the wide receiver position, 5 receptions, 49 yards, and a touchdown. On the other side for Charleston Southern, Caleb Jackson, 4 of 12 for 90 yards. Octavius Eisen, 33 carries for 157 yards in this ball game. It was a close one. It was 7-6 at halftime. Then Charleston Southern went up 9-7 in the third quarter. And then Tennessee State was able to close it out in the fourth quarter and win this thing 13-9. A tough, hard-fought game, but Tennessee State survived and kept it moving.
That's what's up. That's what it is. All right. Hey, Perry, I ain't getting nothing wrong. All the names were spelled right. All the stats was right. Yeah. Even with the hectic day that I had, all the stuff was right. Thank God. Thank God. No, see, everybody want to talk about me when I misspell names. And who's that? They be in the chat real quick. Who's that? What? I don't, Scotty, you messed up. Nothing. Nada. Thank you very much. Let's get to these predictions. Listen. I know I usually start I want to start on the right side. I want to start on that South Carolina State and Tennessee Tech. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I've said on this show on numerous occasions, Chinnisberry cannot coach against white coaches. I definitely made sure I Googled Tennessee Tech's coach. He's a white man. But I'm going with Tennessee Tech because Chinnisberry gonna have to prove to me that he can outcoach a white guy. But I do believe he could get this game. I saw how Tennessee Tech played against Tennessee State. Very close game. And I think South Carolina State can beat Tennessee State right here, right now. I really believe that. But Chinnisberry going to have to show me he can beat a white coach. He's going to have to show me first of all. So I'm rolling with Tennessee Tech, but I just wanted to say that real quick before I started to start this stuff out. But I wanted to go there first.
And I'm with you because as I looked at this and the way South Carolina State has been playing, remember, they beat the Citadel on the road as well. And so it kind of gave me a
black coach.
There you go. It kind of gave me a glimmer of hope. But this Tennessee Tech team can beat you. They beat Gardner-Webb last week, 51-21, and they beat Tennessee State the week before that, 24-14. And their two losses so far on the season, it started the season off with a 32-25 loss to Middle Tennessee State and a 48-3 loss on the road at Georgia. I'm with you on this one. I'm feeling South Carolina State. Remember, they got a 23-20 victory over the Citadel, but for some reason, I want to go with Tennessee Tech, and because of the way I feel some type of way, I'm going to roll with Tennessee Tech in this one.
Let's go back to the Delaware State. Delaware State versus St. Francis. This is how I'm feeling, right? I like Delaware State. I like what they're doing. But I feel like, this is what I feel like. The teams that they're supposed to beat, they lose. The teams that they're supposed to lose, they play competitively. And I don't know if I really went. I think I went with Sacred Heart. Or is it St. Francis or Sacred Heart?
It's St. Francis that they're playing this week.
Okay. I think I put Sacred Heart on mine. So I'm going with St. Francis. Yeah.
Sacred Heart is playing Norfolk.
Oh, never mind. Then I did pick Sacred Heart for them. So I went Delaware State on this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I went Delaware State.
This is a tough one. You know, you look at Eastern Michigan last week, St. Francis played and lost 36-0. They beat Central Connecticut. They lost to Central Connecticut 27-20. But guess what? They beat Kent State.
Wow.
23-17. And then they lost to Dayton 18-10. On the other side, Delaware State has been in some games, although that game you look at against Wagner, they lost 30-7, but they beat Sacred Heart, the team that you were talking about, 17-15. They were in a shootout with Richmond, 38-24, and just recently, as of Saturday, 44-41 with Campbell. I want to say if I went with Delaware State in this one. This is one of those winnable games when we was going through the schedule. Yeah. And I looked at St. Francis. I said, man, this is winnable. So I'm going to roll with Delaware State in this one against St. Francis.
All right, Morgan State versus Lincoln. You already know what it is. We all going Morgan State on that one. Yep. Campbell versus NCCU. Now, this has been a mini rivalry for the past few years. Campbell mud stomped NCCU one year. NCCU came back, beat him by the field goal. So I believe this might be the tiebreaker, or somebody's leading this in the past 3 years. Listen, I like what Campbell is doing, but I like even more with NCCU and how they look. So I'm going to NCCU with this one.
I think I went NCCU with this one if I can recall, but let's look at it. What makes me nervous about the Campbell team, because they beat a really good Western Carolina team to start the season, 24-16. They lost to Rhode Island 21-9, and they lost to Stony Brook 24-17. But going in that back and forth game with Delaware State, I think that's where we get the hope for North Carolina Central in this game, in which they won 44-41. You look at North Carolina Central, 2-game winning streak after beating North Carolina A&T 66-24, and then as of Saturday, beating Norfolk State the way they did 37-10. I think I'm going to roll NCCU in this one as well against Campbell.
All right, Hampton and Rhode Island. What you rolling with, P?
If it was a black school, I would roll with Hampton, but it ain't no black school. They taking on Rhode Island, who comes into this game 3-2. Hampton is not, excuse me, Rhode Island comes in this game 3-1. Hampton comes in 3-2. You look at Rhode Island, they won their last game 28-21. Then they beat Campbell 21-9 2 weeks ago. They lost to Minnesota 48-0, and then they beat Holy Cross 20-17. After the result of what I saw with Hampton against William and Mary, I think I have to roll with Rhode Island, who's 3-1 right now.
And Richmond and A&T is pretty self-explanatory. We don't got to talk about that one. Everybody,
it's a white school. We know what it is.
We know what it is. All right. Incarnate Word versus PV. PV hasn't touched Incarnate Word in some time. I'm going to Incarnate Word, and it's not even close.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Incarnate Word as well. You look at this team; they come in 2-2. They just beat Northern Arizona 38-14. They lost to Southern Illinois 35-28, and also they played South Dakota State, the defending national champions, lost to them 45-24. Although PV was able to get it done against Grambling in 5 overtimes, 36-34, I just think Incarnate Word is going to be too much for him.
Always too much for him. Tennessee State over Lindenwood. This really shouldn't be a competition. Tennessee State should pull this one out. What you got on that, P?
Tennessee State over Lindenwood, although I was a little nervous, but I'll take Tennessee State in that one.
Nichols over Southern. That damn sure ain't much of a competition. I got Nichols big. What you got?
Nichols.
All right. Jackson and A&M. I'll pick that on Wednesday with the Valley alum. What you got, P?
Jackson.
All right.
This Connell Manning got his ass saved by the hurricane last week.
Saved.
Connell Manning should hate me. And I unfortunately, I ain't making shit up out of thin air, Connell Manning. You play the games to win. You play the games to win. Was that Herm Edwards that said that?
You play to win the game. That's what he said.
Whatever the fuck, you win. You want to win. Alabama A&M continues to find themselves on the losing end when it comes to game. When was the last time can anybody, and that has been the issue under Connell Manning at Alabama A&M, as we call, quote unquote, the big game. When has Alabama A&M won the big game? And I mean, people are going to say the spring game, the spring championship against UAPB. Congratulations, you won that. But aside from that, before COVID, after COVID, when has Alabama A&M won a big game? He's never beaten Southern. I don't think he's beaten Alcorn.
No.
So, I mean, I'm not sure of the Jackson State back and forth, but I know of recently he has not beaten Jackson State. So we're talking about the big game. He has not beaten FAMU, and he is losing to Alabama State and Eddie Robinson Jr. So, and they even find themselves losing to fucking Valley. So when are you going to win the big game? And unfortunately, that's what we have not seen from Alabama A&M, and that's why Connell Manning continues to be a topic of conversation when we talk about hot seat. Connell, you have been at Alabama far too long for this program to continue to show the results that they do in the losing column and not being a contender in the SWAC East. And so because that's why we continue to say it ain't nobody, this ain't nothing personal, brother. It's strictly business, and that's all I'm saying when we talk about Alabama A&M, because I have not been able to talk about them beating anybody of relevance, and excuse me to the rest of the SWAC if I'm saying not relevance, but the teams that I'm talking about not relevance, when have you been in competition for a championship? Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're
the
right.
Teams that are in competition for championships and Alabama A&M plays them, Alabama A&M is supposed to be a big game as well. They're supposed to be that contention for championship each and every year under Connell Manning, and they are not that.
They definitely are not. And it's gotten to a point, it's real cynical because you expect them to lose the big game. That's what makes it even worse. Like, alums might not say that verbally, but they have no expectation to win the big games. They don't.
And he said he get paid to win SWAC games. He's not even doing that.
Nah, he's definitely not. He is definitely not. So we'll see how it all gets pulled together at the end of the day. All right. Now listen, this game to me, Alcorn versus UAPB. I think this is a game that I would not be shocked if UAPB pulls out. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Alcorn because they are Alcorn. But it's at home. Mekhi Hagans is that kid. He's that guy. If anybody could do it, it's Mekhi Hagans. And watching, I want to be very clear. Valley did put up 300 yards of offense against Alcorn. So it's not like they weren't able to, even with 3 interceptions and all that, they were still able to put over 300 yards of offense. They still scored. You're talking about a team that got dubbed 66-0, put 2 touchdowns on Alcorn, who's supposed to have this all-world defense. As bad as Valley is. So with a better, they definitely got a better QB. Listen, they got UAPB has the better QB, has the better offensive coordinator. They just don't have a full team around Mekhi Hagans. But this game could be different. I really wanted to go UAPB, but I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Alcorn, and I'm gonna go Alcorn on that one. But this is a game people need to watch. I'm telling you right now. If you want to know what Mekhi Hagans is and you want to see a coming out party for Mekhi Hagans, this is the game you want to watch.
Yeah, I like Mekhi Hagans. The thing is, I don't know if I like the rest of the team that's around him right now. And that's the only thing. But if people notice, UAPB has an all-time winning record against Alcorn, and UAPB is typically one of those teams that Alcorn just for some reason has fits in the last 10 meetings. UAPB is 4-6 versus Alcorn. Alcorn won the last meeting last year 31-7, and then in 2022 it was a 38-21 game. Also in 21 it was 39-38. But you go back, you look at it 2010, 39-35, 27-20, 24-6 for UAPB. 45-43, UAPB won this in 2016. The last time UAPB won a game in Lorman, Mississippi was 2016, in which they won 45-43. And if anybody can recall, that was a hell of a game. UAPB came back. Alcorn still won the SWAC East that year, but UAPB was one of those games on a Thursday night, was able to get it done in Lorman, Mississippi. So this is another situation. Can Coach Alonzo Hampton, get his team up ready to play on the road at Alcorn? I'm going to take Alcorn in this one just because, although you talk about Mekhi, I don't know about the guys that are around him right now, considering what we've seen from UAPB, because UAPB, although Alcorn is not great, they're not Arkansas Baptist, who you beat 73-0.
That's facts.
They're not Arkansas Baptist. Alcorn will come and play with you at the end of the day. And regardless if they struggled offensively, what we've seen early on until they played Valley, that's still against UAB and Vanderbilt. They struggled heavily against McNeese, and now it's really that McNeese against Southern and Alcorn really starting to look good, because McNeese now is a top 25 FCS team right now. They just jumped into the top 25 this week. So I'm going to go Alcorn, but UAPB, this could be the trap game for Alcorn, what they call upset alert.
I definitely do. And listen, you could listen, putting UAPB as a homecoming, no different than playing Valley. Okay, like,
well, UAPB played Alcorn for homecoming last year.
That just is what it is. That's just the going.
Just repaying the favor.
That's you know what I'm saying. This is the thing. Can UAPB stop Sewell? Because I don't think the quarterbacks is really going to kill UAPB. I like Trey. I've always liked Trey. I call him the kid with the pretty eyes.
Say no Diddy.
I mean, the kid got pretty eyes. I mean,
say no Diddy though, bro. There's no way I can just let you say a man got pretty eyes.
What else am I supposed to say? He has beautiful eyes. That's to me.
You don't even mention his eyes. You say he got great game.
That's all I knew. I didn't know his name. I said the kid with the pretty eyes. Like,
no.
What do you want me to say?
I can't let you get away with that. You ain't talking about his game. You talking about a man with pretty eyes. No,
I said I've always liked Trey, but I never knew his name. I used to call him the kid with the pretty eyes. That's literally what I'm like, hey, I mean, like, you talking about the kid with the pretty eyes? Like, the kid got these crazy.
Just say the dude with the eyes.
The dude with the eyes.
There you go. You don't give him pretty. Yeah.
The dude with the eyes.
There you go. People know what you're talking about then.
Anyway.
Yeah, don't say pretty eyes again. Don't call him pretty eyes again. Do not.
I'm just saying. Anyway, but I think, and he's always been a great passer. Even when he was a freshman, I know he had the pick six with Travis Hunter, but came back, battled back, made some great throws. Malcolm Vaughn's explosive. Xavier Vaughn, whatever. He's explosive. So I mean, it is what it is. I think it's gonna be a great game. But at the end of the day, can they stop Sewell? Can they stop his running attack? That kid, he got home run ability on him. So
what do you think about UAPB's defense? I mean, they gave up 56 points to Central Arkansas, who's a top 5 FCS team right now. They gave up 41 points to Tennessee State, and then they gave up 70 points to the University of Arkansas. I mean, but it was Arkansas, but they've been giving up a lot of points. You can put up 40 plus points on this UAPB defense.
yeah, listen, out of all those games, is Tennessee State scoring 40 points for me. Offensively, they are not that good. Like they're really not. They're at the bottom of the barrel offensively. And if you let Tennessee State put up 40 points on you, you don't have a defense. You don't. Draylen Ellis is not that guy. Jordan Grant is okay. Like their offense is nowhere near explosive enough, in my personal opinion, to be putting up 40 points. It just is what it is. So, I mean, there's opportunities to be had with UAPB's defense. You know what I'm saying? But can Makai keep him in the game? No, I'm just saying, can Makai Higgins keep him in the game? Absolutely.
Makai Higgins, but now I got to ask, as a quarterback, what do you think about his receivers?
He got a light-skinned kid that I like. Like a yellow kid. I don't know his name. He's all right. He's pretty decent. I think he had a big game against. I think that's the one I had the big game against Tennessee State. That's when Makai Higgins really jumped off the screen for me when I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that leading receiver, Javonte Gibson, right now, 395 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, he's okay. They don't have the talent that they used to have back like 2 or 3 years ago, where they had Ralph and Jefferson and. They had Bama's on.
They had a big kid. What was that? The receiver. He left and went to Nevada.
Yeah, Jefferson. It was like Michael Jefferson, or
it was something else. It was. I think it started with a B.
No, it wasn't a B. It was definitely like a Jefferson or Michael or something like that. But you know,
damn, that name will come to me.
How was that?
Ballard.
Harry Ballard. Yep.
Yeah, Ballard was a baller.
He was good.
And then remember they had Kayvon Britton, who's now at Tarleton State at the running back position.
Killing it. Absolutely.
He had 1,000-yard season rushing two years in a row.
Yeah. So I mean they don't have that type of talent around. Now my think about Kayvon Britton and Makai Higgins together. That's literally like Marquis Adams and Jordan Sutton together. You know what I'm saying? Like with Tony Hall as your offensive coordinator, then maybe you're doing something. I could see you doing something with that. But you know, they don't have those guys that they used to have like 2 or 3 years ago at UAPB. They had a kid from Maryland 2 years ago that was a dog, and he was a freshman. I'm like, yo, who's this kid? Right? So they usually have those onesies and twosies guys like usually, oh man, guys that, but they don't have that. But the light-skinned kid, you know, he's pretty good.
Did Alcorn quarterback Xavier Vaughn come from UAPB?
Yeah, Xavier Vaughn. Yeah, he came. Yeah, he came from there. So
they've lost a lot of guys, exodus from that program, and constantly trying to bring guys in. You know, transitioning from Doc Gamble to Alonzo Hampton. So I'm just curious to see Makai Hagan. Of course, it's just what talent does he have around him to help him out, because he can't do it by himself.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to come down to, is how well they corral Makai Higgins and. You got to keep him in the pocket. That's the biggest thing. Him outside the pocket is super, super deadly. Super, super deadly. He's really going to kill your team by his mobility. All right. Now, P, let me ask you this. My question going into is buy, sell, hold. I didn't have time to do the research for last week, so apologies. But buy, sell, hold. Does PV right the ship?
Does PV right the ship? I don't know, man. It ain't gonna start this week with Incarnate Word. Even though it's a non-conference game, I get it. But 2-3, 1-2 in conference play right now. I got to look down the line. After Incarnate Word, they got UAPB on the road. Then they take on Texas A&M Commerce at home. They go on the road to Valley, which has been a tough place for them. Can't hear you, Scotty. There we
Say
go.
something. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you though.
You can't hear me?
Hold on. Say something.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
I hear you.
Let me try something.
Can y'all hear me in the chat? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
All right.
I think
Sorry.
they can hear me in the chat. They say they can hear me, Scotty. Well, I'm going to keep going with Prairie View. If y'all can hear me, I'm going to tell y'all, I mean, Texas A&M Commerce and Incarnate Word, those two non-conference games.
I still can't hear nothing.
But you got UAPB on the road. You got Mississippi Valley on the road. Those are winnable games for Prairie View. They're 1-2 right now. If they win against Valley and win against Pine Bluff, they're 3-2. And that back end, but then on the back end, Florida A&M, Alcorn State, and Alabama State. You got Florida A&M at home, Alcorn at home, and going to Alabama State on the road. I may just say I'm a hold right now. How about that? I think I'll hold just because. Yeah, I think I'm a hold right now because Prairie View and Alabama State. Remember, Prairie View did beat Alabama State last year and was able to get that berth into the SWAC championship. They couldn't beat Florida A&M last year 2 times. They've had a way with Alcorn State. Alcorn seems to find a way to trick themselves. I don't know. I think they can beat Pine Bluff and Valley both on the road. And then that back end with FAMU, Alcorn, and Prairie View. I may have to hold this one. I'm not sure. It's still winnable for Prairie View, but they're gonna need some chaos to happen amongst Grambling, Texas Southern, and Alcorn, and they're gonna need UAPB to jump in there and have some chaos as well. I don't think they're gonna beat Texas A&M Commerce, and I don't think they'll beat Incarnate Word, but I think those next 2 conference games on the road against Pine Bluff and Valley are very winnable. If they win those 2 games, you're talking 3-2 Prairie View back in the hunt. And I think whoever wins the SWAC West is going to probably have at least 2 losses on their resume trying to win the SWAC West. So it's just going to come down to November. And what they say, the November to remember with Florida A&M at home and Alcorn at home back-to-back weeks. And considering that's a long time to go to see where Florida A&M turns out and to see what Alcorn State is. And I think really that Alcorn and Prairie View game may actually turn out to be something. I think Prairie View could beat Alcorn if you ask me. And I think Prairie View can beat Alabama State again if you ask me. So I may have to roll with that. I think Prairie View, do I want to buy this? I'm a hold. That's what I think I'm going to do, y'all. I think I'm a hold. I don't think I'm ready to go all the way with Prairie View to say, but that 3-2 with Valley and Pine Bluff, I'm not sure if they can get that, but I think they can do that with Valley and Pine Bluff. I think both those road games are winnable. Hell, if they can even get past Texas A&M Commerce, you turning this thing around. So I don't know, y'all. I'm going to hold it. Scotty, whenever you get back straight, I think I'm going to hold it.
AP, I can't hear you, bro. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I really can't hear you at all. Like,
the people said they can hear me.
Now I can hear you.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Is
Can you
the
hear me?
live still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Oh, yeah, let's roll.
All right, let's roll. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't got no
what
music.
You doing? You buy, selling the whole in PV?
I'm selling. I'm absolutely selling. All right, buy, sell, hold. Who wins first?
Woo. UAPB may get a dub this week over Alcorn. But then let me look at UAPB's schedule coming up. Okay, after Alcorn, UAPB got some tough road games. They got a home game against Prairie View. They go on the road against Grambling. They got a home game against Mississippi Valley. That might be the game. UAPB can beat Valley. Let me look at Bethune-Cookman. Let's see what Cookman. I think UAPB will beat Valley. I think UAPB can beat Valley. And let's see. That's a couple weeks from now. Let me look at Bethune-Cookman. Let's see what Bethune has coming up. Bethune not beating Alabama A&M. Hell, they got Valley too. It's just October the 19th. Shit. I think anybody can beat Valley, Scotty. They both got Valley coming up. It's just whoever gets to Valley first.
So who
Bethune plays Valley first on October the 19th. UAPB plays literally the week after on October the 26th.
So who does Bethune play next though?
Bethune plays, let me see.
I'll bring the schedule up. I'll bring it up. Let me see. Bethune, Cookman, football.
Remember, Valley the set out, so it's whoever can get to the set out first.
whoever. Okay,
Valley got Alabama A&M next.
So okay. So
Bethune has Alabama
A&M. Yeah, so they got Alabama A&M next week. Not this week, but next week. They're on a bye this week, and then they got Valley, and the UAPB has Alcorn this week, and then next week they got Prairie View at home. And then they got Grambling, so I'll probably go with Bethune.
Whoever can get to Valley, whoever can get to it first. You the lucky winner.
Yeah.
That's whoever can bust one off the quickest. I mean, good luck to Bethune and UAP. Whoever get to it, look like Bethune gonna get to it first, so Bethune may get one off that week.
Oh man,
that's what we call Valley to set out of the SWAC this year. Yeah. Bethune right there too, though.
Yeah,
I mean.
Hey, real talk though. Losing the D2 schools. Hey, listen. But Bethune-Cookman is that girl, like, she be talking about other girls, but she really be fast too. Like,
to be honest, UAPB, Bethune, and Valley all run together.
they in a sex pack.
Yeah. You really can get them all together and have some fun. If you really got enough game and know, like a Southern Jackson and fam, you can do numbers with Bethune, UAPB, and Valley.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
To be honest, I mean, seriously, they run together.
Hey, yo.
Because that UAPB victory against Arkansas Baptist, come on, bro. No. We don't even count that.
He said freak off.
Well, if you get them in a hotel room, hey,
be some crazy things
at his bachelor party on Players Club. He needed UAPB, Bethune, and Valley. They would have had a good time.
Yeah. Hey, I should go. This ain't even that type of party.
It is if UAPB, Bethune, and Valley show up. Hey. They all run together. What I told you, Tri-Delta, everybody has.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That is funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't count that game against Arkansas Baptist. I do not at all. That game don't count to me. So UAPB really winless. So
that's funny. That's funny.
Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman really winless. No, Bethune-Cookman is really winless. UAPB got their dub. And in the game that Bethune-Cookman put on their schedule to get their dub, they lost their dub. You can't get mad. You can't get mad at UAPB for beating the team that's on their schedule. They beat the gimme. Bethune-Cookman lost to the gimme.
Who you got?
I agree with you. Whoever gets the Valley first. That's
gonna be a nasty affair. That game gonna be nasty.
You because I'm a nasty.
Oh, that's gonna be nasty.
You a nasty. Well, I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, why you always saying nasty shit? Because I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, man.
Well, we can make some comedy at these schools, can't we?
Boy, listen. They just, hey, Valley the one that just Lie on her back.
How can you not like Outspoken, y'all? Seriously.
Oh,
Who else
my
is
God.
going to talk about these teams like this? Nobody.
Oh,
Everybody's
man.
going to put them in high regards, and these teams, they're winnable. And no, these are all the set outs. So they all run together. The baby oil class. Stop, Scotty, before you mess up the sound again, bro.
Oh, man. He said the baby Hey, yo.
This is who Shannon Sharp had in that video. It was either Valley, Bethune, or UAPB.
That's my Michelle.
Yeah, that's what them three teams are right now. And I low-key want to, you know what? A&M just a step, literally a step just above that.
Hey, listen. Because
A&M, you the fine line, like you don't sit with them at lunch, but you may talk to them if you have class with them. The rest of them ain't talking to them. We talking about them.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is absolutely hilarious. The Baby Oil Classic. That's a classic. That was funny.
This clip was classic.
That was funny. Yeah. I like that though. The Baby Oil Classic. That's funny. Whew. Last but not least. Oh, wrong button.
I got one more for you. A&T hang with them too. A&T just let the white folks.
Hey. They like A&T's like, it's not really sex if they don't put it in.
A&T like white dudes. That's all it is.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's all. A&T run with them. Yeah. It go from the big three, it's the big four now. A&T, UAPB, Valley, and Bethune. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Oh man. Oh shoot.
Couldn't let A&T get out of here without them catching a straight too.
Buy, sell, hold. Hano Maynard finishes the season.
I'm gonna buy it because they ain't gonna do shit with him, man. You just did it early. They don't even have no expectation. If they didn't fire him after that ass whooping to Austin Peay, they ain't gonna do nothing. If they didn't fire him during the bye week, they ain't gonna do nothing.
He said the filthy.
They got a name around school. Whatever that name is, it's not one their parents will be proud of.
Dog, what is wrong with y'all? That man was in the filthy. Something is so wrong with y'all. Oh, you guys do not have it all together. I swear to God. That man was in the filthy four.
And if A&M lose this week, make it to whatever 5. And them giving it up to any and everybody too.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus. I'm gonna
buy it. They ain't messed up about no.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, they done let this dude slide this long.
And
he do not be bothered in his SWAC coach's call.
Oh, not even the least bit. Not even the least bit.
Yeah, he's not bothered at all. So.
He be over there. I mean, just relaxed. I'm like, bro, you know you in the hot seat, just chilling.
He don't care.
Oh man, that is funny. All right, that was buy, sell, hold, y'all.
That was night.
He said the filthy four. Oh Jesus!
Couldn't talk about you if you win.
All right, let's get to this HBCU top 5. I know you've been waiting for this, B.
No, I haven't. The people been waiting for it. Hey, look, added some numbers for clarity today.
Hey, I saw it in you text. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up in there.
Because I don't think people be paying attention to the records and all of that. They don't be understanding the clarity. So for me, it was like, let me add clarity because every week I just get destroyed in the comments. And it's okay. Because I don't give a damn what y'all got to say anyway. I'm just gonna be my top 5. You make it. Y'all don't have nothing to say when Jay do his.
Oh, give me 5.
All right. So here's. I don't know if he trademarked that, so I ain't gonna use it. But all right, everybody, here's my HBCU top 5 as we are rolling. We are rolling as the season continues to roll on, and some teams fell out of it. Hampton was in there last week. Grambling was in there last week. I had to get them out of there. You know why? Because they took losses. Grambling, you lose to Prairie View. You had that game won. Hampton, you get blown out to William and Mary. I can't put you up there and keep you boosted up. But maybe if you win down the line,
weren't they number 1? They were number 1 last. Wow.
Against HBCU opponents. That's what they were. They were 3-1 against the HBCUs, and this is our HBCU power ranking. But so I had to roll with it. Tennessee State, welcome to the top 5, Tennessee State. Coach Eddie George has them going at 3-2. They're 1-1, getting the victory over Charleston Southern last week. I boosted them up. If they can get past Lindenwood, they'll be 4-2 and 2-1 in conference play over in Ohio Valley Conference. So they've made it into my top 5. Welcome to Tennessee State. Jackson State getting that blowout victory against Texas Southern, shaking back after that road loss at Grambling last week. I put Jackson State there. It was the way they did it. It was convincing. They looked good, and that's what it's all about. How you get the dub, and they look good with Jacoby and Morgan and company. Jackson State on the road at Texas Southern, which Texas Southern I thought was going to be a lot better team than what they showed against Jackson State. Jackson State now 3-2 on the season, 1-0 in the SWAC East, and I think Tiger fans will be happy to see that they are 1-0 and that Grambling game didn't have them 1-1. Let's go to South Carolina State. South Carolina State and what they did to North Carolina A&T continue. What he said on Coming to America, it's a shame what they did to that damn dog.
It's a shame. It's a
shame what South Carolina State did to North Carolina A&T. And Chennis Berry has the Bulldogs looking good right now. They're scoring points. And that's what everybody wants to see. Can South Carolina State continue to be consistent at scoring points? They're 2-2 right now on the season. FAMU at number 2. FAMU hasn't won a game since August 31st. And I know it's not their fault, right? Because, Scotty, you talk about scheduling. They had North Carolina. They had Miami. Then they had Troy. So I understand it in their game this past week. And hats off and prayers to everybody over in Tallahassee and in the state of Florida who was affected by the hurricane. Their game against Alabama A&M at home was postponed and moved into November. So right now, considering they beat South Carolina State, who's the number 3 team, and they beat Norfolk, they're sitting at 2-2 with a loss to Troy and Miami. And I think right now you just have to look at what Trey Oliver and North Carolina Central are doing, right? That big victory against A&T, big victory up in the Circle City Classic this past weekend against Norfolk. They are 1-0 in MEAC conference play and 3-2. And I believe it's how they look to be 3-2. Outside of that anomaly to that loss to Elon that just really baffled me on how they got blew out in that game. They played close with North Carolina early on in the first half, but of course, you start to see why North Carolina is Power 5. North Carolina Central with Walker Harris looks good. And right now, this is my top 5, ladies and gentlemen. Tennessee State, number 5. Jackson State, number 4. South Carolina State. The Bulldogs, number 3. FAMU Rattlers, number 2. And the Eagles of North Carolina Central flying high to the top of the list at number 1.
Perry, I had to. That's not a bad list. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got nothing to, usually I give you a hard time. I ain't got no beef with you today. I ain't got but I had to pull
I took into consideration all that was put on the table last week.
That's fair. But I had to pull a you. I had to pull a you, Perry. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
No Texas Southern, no Morgan State.
I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, bro. Man, when I tell you I sat and I literally just sat. It was just like, damn, who looks like the 5th best? I just couldn't come up with it. I couldn't put Hampton. I don't like Tennessee State. I don't like how they look. Grambling lost. Texas Southern's not probably going to go to Jace, so they're out. if he makes the right choice and goes with Jace, then maybe I can get back on that Texas Southern bandwagon because I actually like their defense. I really do. To me, I just feel like you put them in a hard place to do what they did with no offensive capabilities, right? But I couldn't go Southern. I don't really know it. Damn sure I ain't going Prairie View, right? Like you just got off the mat, literally, right? So it's just a lot of up in the air. I'm sorry, I just say, you know what? I couldn't do it. So I started at 4. Jackson
What about
State,
Alabama State?
they were the ones. But
It was between Bama State and Tennessee State for me.
You know what? For me, I'm waiting for Bama. I'm waiting for Bama State to play an opponent that I feel is capable of giving them some real competition, right? Like Miles wasn't it. Bethune-Cookman kind of fought back late. The FAMU and Alabama State game is going to be the deciding factor if Alabama State is legit, even with their deficiencies at the quarterback position, because they're deficient. Literally, they are deficient at the quarterback position. So I'm curious to see what that game is like. So I held off before I put them in my top 5. So I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Nah, I just couldn't. And you can say you excuse me. You can say you barely lost to Tech, but you lost. And it was a pick 6 that sealed the game for you. I watched that game, sir. So you guys just don't look good. I'm just being honest. Like, you don't look good. Offensively, you do not look good. Everything's a struggle. Everything's hard. It just there's no fluidity to the offense. So I'm good on Tennessee State. I am. So starting off at number 4, like you said, Jack State, simply because they beat Texas Southern. Texas Southern was ranked in my opponent. So I feel like you beat a ranked opponent in my mind. I'm like, hey, I got to move you up. It looked good. Jacoby Morgan looked good. He looked like the guy that we've all expected him to be. So shout out to him. I just wish Texas Southern would have played better offensively where it came to starting a competent quarterback. So that is what it is. These top 3 teams, I think they're just head and shoulders above everybody. And FAMU not so much yet because you really haven't seen what they're fully capable of doing coming off the loss to Troy and loss to Miami, but putting points up against Miami and playing Troy the way that they did, you see the talent, you see the ability. I think NCCU and South Carolina State are putting it on the field, and you see what they're capable of doing it on the field. So for me, but that top 3, I think that top 3, and listen, you can even add Jack State in there. That offensive line is legit. You can talk about whatever else you want. That offensive line that they have is absolutely legit. So I'm just curious to see as it continues on, and these teams going to have to meet each other down the line, how it all pans out and how it comes out in the wash. But shout out to what Chennis Berry is doing. Shout out to what Trey Oliver is doing. Shout out to what Coach TC Taylor is doing. And shout out to what Cozy is doing. These guys are really, I think the only team that's really coaching circles around everybody right now is NCCU. NCCU is just coaching circles around everybody. I mean, really, go ahead, B.
I was going to ask, because I can't wait to see Jackson State and FAMU and North Carolina Central and South Carolina State. But considering what South Carolina State is doing right now, because traditionally under Buddy Pugh, South Carolina State was not known for offense. It was known for defense. Now you factor in offense with Chennis Berry. I mean, you got it. And I don't know overall coach of the year, but if they continue to move the way that they do, you got to factor him in. And who's doing a better job in year 1, do you think? Is it Cozy or is it South Carolina State?
South Carolina State. It's South Carolina State. It's not even close. Like, you could give it to Trey Oliver losing the player of the year, losing some top transfers into the portal.
And I guess I'm saying, for first year coach with their program.
It's South. Oh, if we're just talking about strictly first years, it's Chennis Berry. It's not even close. It's Chennis Berry. It's not even close because of what you were last year, coming off of what you were last year. Like you said, predominantly a defensive-minded team. And what I love about Chennis is he still keeps that hard work, bring your lunch pail, because that's South Carolina State in its essence, in its core, is we're just going to get it out the mud. And you just add a sprinkle of offense to that, you're always going to be in contention to beat anybody. And that's really what it is. And bringing back Eric Phoenix to just stabilize the offense in his first year was probably the cherry on top of everything, is not having to bring in a first-time quarterback in a first-time system that you don't understand. And the guys from Benedict are balling. The guys from Benedict are balling. And listen, Caden High has to be in conversation. I know Walker Harris is probably leading the way for MEAC Player of the Year, but Caden High either has to be Newcomer of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. Caden High needs something. He needs to walk away with some type of hardware, because that kid is out. He's out. He's playing out of his goddamn mind. And it's just amazing to see what he's doing at the size he is, at the position that he's playing, and how important he is to that team outside of the running back room. So it's amazing, man. It's absolutely amazing. I'm loving it. I'm loving seeing what Chinnisberry is building. I just need to see him be the white coach. For everything to make the perfect cake, he go out and be the white coach. I said, okay, he cooking now. Now he coaching and cooking. Until he do that, I'm gonna just little hands off, because I expect him to be black coaches. That's what he do. That's just me personally.
I just hope, fam, you don't come out of this stretch and let us down.
Oh,
It's been a while, and I know they've been surviving the FCS top 25, and they've been sitting there. They just been sitting there.
I forgot they did. I forgot FAMU beat South Carolina State. That's where one of their losses came from. I totally forgot that. They're absolutely
That's
right.
why I kept FAMU above South Carolina State. FAMU number 2, South Carolina State number 3. And I was tempted to boost them up, but everybody got on me last week. Well, if they beat them, I said, you know what? They did beat them at home.
Yeah.
And they came back and beat them.
Yeah. They're up 11 in the 4th.
They came back and beat them.
Yeah.
I just hope FAMU with this time off that.
How you barely beat somebody and you was up 11 going into the 4th? That don't even make sense. A dub
is a dub.
That don't even make sense. I barely beat you, but I was down. You had me beat. 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You up 11, and I barely beat you. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. That's just saying. So, yeah, he does. Yes, he does. He absolutely does. You can say whatever. I don't give two shits what you're talking about. He absolutely needs to be the white coach, because every time Chinnisberry has played against somebody lighter than a paper bag, he has lost. That is facts.
But he did beat the PWI. We'll just give him the Citadel. They beat the PWI.
No.
He can't get the Citadel.
No, we're not changing. We are not changing the standard. It is the coach in the paper bag test.
If he would be beating them.
I'm telling you, when he was at Benedict, them white coaches would come in there and coach circles around Chinnisberry, having the number 1 defense in Division II, having a top-ranked team, and you get mollywopped at home in the playoffs? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. He has not beat a white coach yet. So until he beats a white coach, I will sit back and watch and say, hey, he's the king at beating the brothers. I would say the N-word, but I'll leave that to Perry.
He's what A&T wants to be. A&T can't even beat the brothers, at least, you know. And they the one talking about they'll whoop all the niggas' asses. It ain't whoop one, and I can't give him Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem was like somebody's little brother who was like, bruh, I'm finna go get my big brother. And Winston-Salem went and got North Carolina Central. North Carolina Central's like, who? This nigga?
He was messing with you? Say less.
And then they went and got the other brother, South Carolina State. You talking about this nigga?
They went and got the cousin. They went and got the cousin. Yeah, it was like, oh, he was messing with you. Say less.
Talking big noise. Big noise.
That's funny. That is funny. That is hilarious. All right.
Every time I talk noise, everybody want to just throw in Southern. Like, God damn, leave me alone, man.
Get these call lines open.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
All right. Hey man, we making good time, man. We making real good time. Perry, somebody calling you? Let me take this Benji call while Perry on the. You know what's funny to me? It's really, it's really funny to me.
Can you hear me,
How
Scotty?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. It's
calling people by their wrong name.
It's really Benjamin, Benji, whatever your name is. It's really funny to me how quickly you call in on a win, but all of a sudden you had a death last weekend and couldn't call in. When you lost to Southern.
First of all, hold on. First of all, Perry.
Turn your background down. Turn your
Perry.
background down. Turn your background down.
First of all, Perry, I sent a message saying I'm open to hear all of your conversation. We're gonna come back to Scotty. Okay, see, that's that TV stuff again. Is that better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. So, Scotty, we're not gonna talk about you. I'm just gonna open myself up for Olive Perry because I heard that it was a bunch of kicking Benjamin to the curb. But before we get started, can you confirm that you got paid, Perry?
Can I say that again?
Can you confirm that you got paid?
I appreciate you, Ben, because I was a little worried about you, brother. We put out an APB.
Because
We called you live. We was texting. I was, what is this?
Talking trash or not, I want to make sure that we both can be men of our word.
Use a man of your word. I think, had I not applied pressure, you may not have been so much of a man of your word, but we had to apply a little pressure, and you came through.
I guess you saying the pressure was the pressure of overtime? Was that the pressure?
No, the pressure was we couldn't find your ass.
Couldn't find them.
Nah, that wasn't no pressure. And matter of fact, let me tell y'all how funny this is. I went back and listened to your show last night or early this morning, right? I wanted you to know that I put a picture of you in the athletic department saying, if this person come by, don't help his ass.
Wow.
You put a picture of me? If you put a picture of me, you should have put a W in there somewhere in that picture.
Yeah, I don't know what I put, but I put it.
And SU with a bunch of exclamation marks underneath.
You had just spoke at Southern in your morning show, I believe, and you're saying that you're going to leave. I took a picture. I said, hey, if this person come by, don't help his ass.
Well, that's why I was on a fuck you PV. And that's what you get. The old folks say, don't do wrong.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you because you told me trying to keep it down, so I can't hear you.
Bro,
you're on the phone.
You're on the phone with us. Listen to us through the phone.
No, I'm saying every time I speak, it goes dead. It's like a pause.
Okay, well, go ahead. You say your piece and then we'll respond.
No, I just said, Perry, I'm gonna listen to all of the anger you have, and I'm open for it.
I got it out last week, man. I did a whole fuck you PV show last week. I mean, the beef is over. I moved on. I had a bye week. I brushed that PV bullshit up off me. I moved forward. Y'all old news. You in my rearview mirror now.
All right. Well, can I speak now so I can put myself back in the front?
Go ahead.
Since I heard you use this N-word so much, I went back and I looked up what the word rival meant, and I never said that Prairie View was Southern's rival. But when I looked it up, I don't know if y'all have dictionaries in Louisiana, but it says to emulate. There's nothing that Prairie View is trying to emulate of Southern whatsoever. Not a damn thing. So it talks about emulating. There's nothing from a color to your mascot to the dreads in the back of your head. There's nothing that Prairie View is trying to emulate whatsoever. So I just wanted to come and tell you that when you talk about rivals, I never said that. But I know for a fact, I know a lot of people who graduated from Southern. You know where their kids go? Damn PV. You know where PV kids go? They don't come to Southern. Not whatsoever.
You know why?
Now, putting that to Now hold on, wait.
Do you know why?
I
Because
want
they
the- I
send
want
they
the
do
board to
send
know
their
this.
kids
Hey,
that's because we own y'all
Terry,
goddamn
listen.
stadium. That's Southern.
You know what?
That's Southern Stadium.
Southern, was it Mumford West?
That's Mumford West. 100% of the times, Benjamin. 100%.
All I could do was laugh when you said that, and that's the reason I was saying I was so glad that I told the administration to make your sweaty ass walk around campus. I was so glad.
And you know what? I got $50
Yes,
for
sir.
walking my sweaty ass around too, and I appreciate you, Benjamin.
And you know what? Hey, it was well worth it. Y'all won respectfully. Now I want to go back and say I heard a
Hold on, no, because you said you wanted
no,
this.
hold on, wait, let me finish.
Because I came by that goddamn section that you said you sitting
I heard a
in.
gentleman tell you, all joking aside, that by no means should you have been treated like that. So I want to apologize also because I think that was kind of shiesty also.
PV some shiesty ass people.
They are shiesty.
Yeah. First of all, I know you're not talking because Perry, hey, just like I got a text and I responded to the text, I called somebody. He on the phone right now. I ain't heard a damn message from him whatsoever. So if we're gonna talk about petty, that petty ass Outscript shit that you got on the back of that wall, that's what petty look like right there. So I want the listeners to know that if you can talk shit, bag that shit up because you was talking shit when I lost the 50, but you can't answer the phone when someone
You never called me.
So I said, oh, ain't this some shit?
You never
But
called
it's all
me.
good. Oh, okay. Well, you know what?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I see it.
couldn't see
I see a missed call at 3:42.
Okay,
Yeah, I
you
see a
got
missed call.
glasses, I would say. You got
Yeah.
contacts or something?
Yeah,
You
I
can
see
see
it.
them?
Yeah, I see it yesterday.
Okay.
Now,
But
let's be very clear. Hold up now. Let's keep it. No. Time out. We called you 3 times on Monday.
Hey,
3 times we called you on Monday.
Did I not? I texted and said what my situation was. So, and I paid my debt. Now, if you cannot accept that, truly, Toby told, it ain't your money. So if Perry was gonna say something, let him say it. He was the one I lost to. Then what can you say? I only called you once. And I didn't even leave a message. I didn't get a text back saying kiss my ass. I really did lose. They cheated in overtime. You ain't did nothing.
Yeah, because I didn't even see the missed call.
I understand. It's all good, bro. I don't really care about that. Hey, put my boy Lionel t-shirt back on the wall.
Hell no. How you go from being about to be 0-3 to 1-2 and put the t-shirt back on the wall? You damn sure not about the host.
Hey,
you're not about to host nothing.
Can we put up another bet?
What we talking about? What we talking about?
The three of us. I'll joke aside. Let's put up another bet.
Okay.
All right. Perry. St. Perry, Brother Perry, whatever you want to call yourself. Let's bet that I believe Prairie View will still finish ahead of Southern and Grambling. Can we bet that?
You got to finish before both of them.
That means y'all gonna be in the SWAC championship?
No. This is an individual bet. Me to Perry, and if you want to get in, you can get in on the back end. But I'm talking to Perry now.
Okay.
No. I'm talking to Perry.
Go ahead,
I'm saying me to Perry. Prairie View will get ahead of Southern. That's a Perry bet. That's first. Let's get that bet out there. And then do you want to piggyback on it? And then you want to say Grambling. But all I wanted is put the damn t-shirt back on the wall for my boy Lionel.
Say, man, take your losses just and move on. See, you a gambler. That's why people broke when they go to the casino. You don't know when to stop.
Well, they must be broke from Louisiana because shit, they the only ones that don't have no money.
I'm smart when I go to the casino. When I win, I get the fuck out of there. It ain't coming back. I came in more than what I had.
Okay. All right.
I'll take mine.
I'll take that. You don't want to bet. So let's do this. We were man enough to bet this year. Lord say the same. We can meet up again next year. Can we do that?
Meet up again next year. It's magically another person gonna pass away.
He can't take that L, Scotty. That L got to want to bet on anything.
I don't play with that, so I'll just leave that alone respectfully. All right. I won't. I'm not wishing nothing on your EO or my EO. It was what it was. So
the fact that you have fallen so far, Prairie View, to say that you're gonna have a better record.
Hold
on, Benjamin.
Because you said it, not because I.
Benjamin.
It's their time to go. It's their time to go.
Yes,
the fact that Benjamin, that y'all have fallen so far that you're willing to bet Southern and Grambling after that you're gonna have the better record when you had the 2024 SWAC shirts made.
Okay,
Swag
first of all,
champion shirts. Now you want to bet that y'all gonna finish better?
I didn't make the shirt. I didn't make the shirt.
I bet you got one.
And if I did make the shirt. And if you want to be, hey, we can just be cool and just say, hey, I lost the Southern bet, and we cool with that.
Hell yeah,
And
you lost the Southern bet, and I'm really cool with that.
You pay your bet off, and we'll be cool with that.
I already paid my bet.
You pay who?
You.
You ain't paid me nothing.
Yes, I have. I can show you the screenshot.
Bro, I didn't tell you to send my money nowhere.
I use your number.
No. So you didn't send it to me. You didn't send it to me. So
The number that you called me on, this number right here is not the number to send it to?
no, sir. See, I didn't know. That's
hey,
that dumb shit you did.
That's on you.
I asked Perry.
That's
I said,
on
hey,
you.
Perry, can you give me the number?
That's on you.
You put it online.
That's on you.
And
I pay.
I never told you to pay me.
That's on you, my boy.
Oh, now now
That's on you.
Now, Perry, I'm gonna go with this shit here. My wife just came in. She don't want me to say. See, that's that nigga shit.
That's fine.
Yeah, I paid a nigga.
That's
when I
fine.
lost, but a nigga gonna pay some shit that I didn't even tell him nothing about.
That's not my problem. If you got time to call me, you got time to text me your Cash App, but you didn't do it. So I used the number that you.
Okay.
I used the number that you put me on. It said Benji Edwards on it. That's what the Cash App said when I clicked on it. It said Benji Edwards. I'm like, okay, cool. You quiet. Oh, he got off. He ain't shady to me. Listen, I said it said Benji Edwards on it. I said, hey, listen.
He's trying to get what he sent to me and come up off you, boy. Listen.
Double.
God, you want to know what a winner look like?
What?
Look at your screen. This is a winner right here, baby. This is a winner.
Just so y'all know, I want to show y'all something. Just so y'all know, I'm gonna show y'all exactly what it looked like. Just so y'all know, Scotty. Let me see. 627. I'm about to. He lucky is still pending because I can cancel it. That's the only thing that's saving him right now. That thing would have said completed. Oh, he was done.
Why he didn't tell you what to send it then?
Oh,
you gonna have to call him after the show.
I'm gonna text him after the show because it still says pending. So he lucky. He absolutely lucky. But just so y'all know, I wouldn't. What that say right there, P? What that say right there, P? And I'll take this banner down so y'all can see.
$50 for the Graham versus PV. You sent it Saturday at 11:13.
Saturday at 11:13. The game was over at 11 o'clock. What he said his name was?
Benjamin.
Oh, okay, so I want to be very clear. If I see the name says Benjamin Edwards, you're Benji. You call in the number that you text me on, I use to give you a Cash App, and that was my problem. The only thing that's saving him right now is that it still says pending, and I can cancel it. So I'll cancel it.
Well, I will say he might have a point because when he sent me mine, his face was on there. I don't see his face on there.
Send me the one that you got.
I sent it to you already.
You texted to me?
Yeah, you remember I texted you and showed you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get that from you real quick. Oh, I see. God damn, how many? Scarface. That's his name. Scarface 0624. Clown.
Don't send it to that. Wait till you talk to him. Yeah, wait till you talk to him because he may then tell you that ain't the one. That may be deactivated. I don't know. Just hold on. Wait till you talk to him.
So, yeah. I'll show you his because they said they want to see his. So I'm gonna show you what Perry's look like. This is what Perry's look like. Zoom in. That's him. So again,
But it don't say Benjamin.
It don't say Benjamin. But what did he call it and call himself? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just glad I got out of there with mine, though. That's all. I'm just, you know, whatever he running over there, I'm just glad I got me.
Period. Come on, man. So, you let me know, Antoine, where you want to send it. God damn. This is Benji. Like, go back and watch the clip. I got the video clip. All right. This is Benji. Now all of a sudden it's Antoine. Thank you. He's scamming. He's scamming. He's scamming. All right, let's get to the game of the week. But before we do that, you listen, man. Again.
True soldiers, we don't die.
If you send it to OffScript TV, you're going to see a logo, okay? I ain't going to have two different non-photo, photo. All right, but we're looking for 300 people to give $30. All right, you can give in multiple ways. I only got 2 cash apps. OffScript TV, OffScript TV 2. 300 people to give $30. Listen, you can also give Venmo, OffScript TV, or Zelle at Scotty@itsoffscript.com. OffScript Anywhere Army is to take this show live, and he said his third cash app is Jarabi. Listen. All right, it's to take this show live and anywhere, guys. Listen, you guys want us on location. You want to see it places. Listen, we appreciate you guys' support. And whatever you give, we thank you guys. If you want to give more than 30, if you ball and you want to give 1,000, if you want to give 500, it don't matter. We just ask that you give a minimum of 30. And again, you can give it in 2 places, OffScript TV or OffScript TV 2. Both of those cash apps will have the OffScript logo. If it don't have the OffScript logo, it ain't me. Again, 300 to give 30.
True soldiers, we don't die. Keep rolling. Nah, 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 nah.
All right. Appreciate you guys as always. Now, let's get to the game of the week. I'm excited. All right, listen. Got too many sounds. All right, FAMU, Bama State, game of the week. Pete, what you got?
I don't know. It's gonna be Alabama State's homecoming. That's what I got. So it's gonna be a good time over in Montgomery, Alabama. James Cozy taking Florida A&M on the road. Remember, last time Florida A&M went to Bama State, they won the game at the end. A hell of a game. Well, didn't they block the field goal, the extra point, the field goal to win it?
Yeah.
And Bama State lost that game. And so now Eddie Robinson Jr., he took his team to Tallahassee last year. They had a whole debacle at the end of the game. Of course, somebody getting hit, and it was Alabama State's only loss in the SWAC East. The thing is FAMU too cold at this point. It's been a long time since they've tasted victory. It's been a month. We're going to be in October, and the last time FAMU has won a game was August 31st. They played really good against Troy. They played somewhat pretty good against Miami, and now having to take on Alabama State. And one thing about Alabama State, we know what they're going to do. They're going to play defense, and they're going to run the ball. That's simply what we know Bama State is going to do. It's nothing to look forward to that's going to catch you by surprise in this game. They're going to play tough defense and run the ball. And if they can make it a tough day against Daniel Richardson, I think Bama State may have a chance defensively. They need to go look at whatever the film that South Carolina State did to Richardson and this offense from 1 through the top of the 4th quarter and try to build off of that. But the thing is, if Alabama State cannot put points up, which we've seen they can't against reasonable opponents, if they can't put points up, I think FAMU scores enough to get out of this one even if no matter how good Bama State defense plays, because guess what? FAMU's offense good enough to go down there and get field goals. If they don't do nothing else, we
If
saw
they
that
can't do
against
nothing
Miami.
else, yeah,
If they don't do nothing else, they can beat you by field goals.
yeah.
So I just think FAMU is just going to have to score just a few more points than Bama State. But I like Bama State's defense and the fact that they can run the ball. Bama State needs to play time of possession. Don't give Richardson the opportunity to get and stay on the field. They need to play time of possession and let the defense beat them up in terms of FAMU. But if FAMU can get it rolling offensively with Richardson, making and what I'm talking about with Richardson, the explosive plays, Scotty. How did they win that game against South Carolina State? Explosive plays in the fourth quarter. And you can't count them out even when they down. But this time they're away from Bragg Memorial. It's going to be homecoming. There's going to be a lot of distractions at Montgomery, at Alabama State. But I'm going to take FAMU in this one. I think they get it done. They are the number 1, number 2 team, respectfully, in both of our polls for a reason.
What I like about let me open these call lines up because we're coming down to the end of the show anyway.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
I think an underlining storyline that's not being talked about is FAMU able to get healthy. Like literally, yes, is there going to be rust? Absolutely. But there's players that have not played in 2 weeks. They have literally, if it's knick-knack, injuries or whatever, they've had time to heal. They've had time to rest. They've had time to get these guys back and have been able to watch film of other people. So why? You've literally had 2 weeks to get ready for Alabama State. You've literally had 2 weeks to get ready for one opponent. And that has always been, when Willie was there, that had always been a strength of FAMU. If you gave them time to scout you and they had to get you, they'll get you. And being able to watch Alabama State go against Bethune and how they operated with Zach Sims and all those, I think that's huge. The only issue I have is, can FAMU get the receivers involved? That is the key. The tight ends are going to do what they do. It's the 2 keys. Is that FAMU D-line? Is it locked in? Do they have all the bodies they need to be proficient in stopping the run? And can Daniel Richardson get this wide receiver core to get on the same page with the tight ends? If that's the case, this is FAMU, and it's not even close. It's 21-10 because Alabama State is so limited offensively that if you can stop the run, this game is over. Literally, this game is over. For Alabama State is, can we protect Sims enough that when we need him to make a throw, he can make the throw? Can we keep him in front of the chains? Can we keep it 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6? They have to stay in front of the chains for this to go well for them. Because if Alabama State sees a 3rd and 9, a 3rd and 13, a 2nd and 12, a 2nd and 15, it's going to get difficult really quickly because nobody trusts your quarterback to make the throws that you need him to make. And definitely nobody trusts your offensive coordinator to dial some shit up because he's ass, right? So it's a lot of game management on both sides of this, of Alabama State managing the run, managing their quarterback, and their defense coming to play. Alabama State's D-line has been getting better. Traquan Thomas has been coming on. The linebackers have been playing a lot better. They're kind of starting to click defensively, but offensively, can it match what they do defensively, and can it give them good balance? And that's yet to be seen. But I have FAMU winning a close one. I think it's going to be 24-17, 24-13, something around those lines. I think FAMU can win by 10 points. That's my thing. But I'll tell you this. If them tight ends get going and FAMU can establish the run, this game can get out of hand really, really quickly. But it's going to come down to FAMU's D-line. FAMU's D-line, FAMU's trenches is going to be the key to this game. Daniel Richardson is going to be what Daniel Richardson is. He's a great player. He's an absolute stud. No diddy, right? But can FAMU block it? And can FAMU get the penetration that they need defensively on that D-line? Because Alabama State's O-line is not a slouch at all, by any means. So go ahead, Pete.
I think this game going to come down to the end, man. I really do. I think just defensively what Alabama State, you know what Alabama State reminds me of now at this point? Morgan State last year, right? A team that's going to play defense, but what I'm going to be keen on, can Bama State make plays from the special team position?
That's good.
From the special teams.
That's good.
I want to see, because if they can get a punt return, a kickoff return, if they can add,
just to flip the field, you know what I'm saying? Just to flip the field, yeah.
I just want to see what can they do special teams wise to make it even more difficult for FAMU. And like you said, flipping the field, forcing FAMU to drive the length of the field. And most of all, look at this matchup. Bama State was picked, and I picked them as well because, of course, at the time, Andrew Body, with this whole different conversation. But Bama State was picked to win the SWAC East. How disrespectful does that got to be for bulletin board material for FAMU coming into this week? And then the fact that they scheduled FAMU for their homecoming.
Disrespectful.
How even more disrespectful and bulletin board material for FAMU coming into this one. And we seen what Eddie Robinson did last time they scheduled homecoming against a big opponent. It was Coach Deion Sanders in Jackson State. And they came in and sported. But nonetheless, even as good as Jackson State was that year, Bama State gave them a run for their money. Bama State, regardless of no quarterback, they are no slouch. They're going to be a tough out for anybody. It is what it is. And the thing about it, as much as they are a tough out for anybody, you know what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball and they're going to play defense. Either you can just score a few more points, extra points are going to matter, but I really do think this thing is going to come down to the end, maybe down to a possible field goal to win it. I don't think this is a blowout by FAMU by far. And I've seen Bama State play the FAMU teams even in the past pretty tough. I think this is going to be one hell of a game. And even with Bama State being one-dimensional, it's still nothing you can take away from this game because you know they're going to show up and play. And one thing about Eddie Robinson Jr., his teams do show up and play. It's not pretty. It's not what one wants to watch.
Definitely not pretty.
But his teams definitely show up ready to play. And this was the only game they lost in the SWAC East last year. Can they get past this game? And if they get past this game, considering that they one-dimensional, I got to look at Eddie Robinson and say, man, how are you getting it done? Because you're finding a way to finesse it. And he almost started to remind me of Willie Simmons. Finessing his way through the SWAC if he can get past this one. But I think this is one to watch. I think it's going to come down to the end.
For me, what the kicker to me is this, is that one, FAMU has played a better Bama State defense with a worse quarterback. So to me, I'm like, okay, this Alabama State defense isn't as good as years past, and you have a better quarterback to lead you. Now you don't have Willie Simmons, you know what I'm saying? That's always going to be a factor. But I really think that the ability of Daniel Richardson in this game, this is the game you bring Daniel Richardson in. These are the games where Daniel Richardson has to show you why you're who you are and why we need you for this game. Because for the magnitude of this game and for the Jack State game, we're going to need you to be great. We're going to need you to be the SWAC Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Because right now he's in contention to do that. So it's like, show us why you're the SWAC Player of the Year. Show us why we've given you the keys to the car to drive it. And I don't think that Bama State, as it's structured right now, is a better team than FAMU. I do not think so. I think that if FAMU comes in with the right mindset and the defensive coordinator comes in with the right mindset to stop the run, to load the box and make that quarterback beat you, that you're not going to run 200 yards on me, and your quarterback's going to have to throw for 215 and 3 touchdowns or whatever, however you want to. That to me is you got to coach. You got to coach this game because of what you know that Eddie Rob is going to keep hitting his head against that wall no matter what. And my last point is if FAMU gets up on Alabama State 10-0, 14-0, right? That running the ball stuff is not, it doesn't predicate on trying to come back. That's not the style. So you have to lead the way, right? You have to lead the way for you, because if any point in time, if FAMU gets up by 2 scores, it's a situation. Early in the game, first half, you can let that. But if it's late, third, fourth quarter, they're up by 2 scores, and you have to throw the ball, then you're playing into FAMU's hands. So
Bama State got to stay away from the turnover bug.
Yeah.
The turnover. And I can respect, because it's similar to how I like to play what Bama State does. But and that's why I like Eddie Rock. He stays committed to it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he commits it.
He's going to commit to it. And it works sometimes, and then sometimes you fall behind. But if you fall behind, they're going to have to find to make turnovers defensively. They're going to have to force a way to either force fumbles for FAMU or interceptions. That's what's going to keep them in this game. Maybe a pick six, maybe a scoop and score. That's what they're going to need in order to stay in this game to keep up points. Force FAMU to get unorthodox and give the ball up. And if Bama State's defense can do that, because they are good enough to do it, it's just will they be able to take those opportunities and make the best of it. And that's what I'm saying. You know damn well they're going to run, and there ain't going to be nothing else that they're going to do. They're going to run that ball.
Yeah.
But can they force turnovers and capitalize on those turnovers and flip the field? That's what's going to be key.
And FAMU's had a problem holding on to the ball. They have. You can't say they haven't. The tight ends have dropped the ball. The tight ends have fumbled. The running backs have fumbled. The receivers have fumbled. They have a hard time with ball security. So if this is an opportunity, and Alabama State has usually been a very opportunistic defense of taking the ball away, this is a perfect FAMU team to do that, because they give the ball away. That's just what they do. It's an issue. So I'm excited for this game. I really truly am. And I think it's going to be amazing. And it's probably going to be my watch party for the week as well. Call lines are open: 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Diallo from Ohio, coming to you.
Scotty P, what's going on?
What's up, D? Talk to me, man.
Listen, man, great pick of the week. This is definitely the best game that I think everybody's going to be watching. And I want to hit on key points and ask you guys a question. One thing Perry said, and he made a great analogy. I thought that this Alabama State team does remind me of Morgan State a lot from last year. Great defensively, has a solid running attack, and they're never going to run away from anybody, and their defense always keeps them in the game. One thing I want to look out for, guys, this week, you guys to check out, just looking at FAMU's schedule. I know the last 2 games, or they had the game that didn't happen last week because of Hurricane Helen, but the Troy game and the Miami game, those games were games where just call it a spade. They were money games, and I know that they didn't play their starters for the full game. So
that's not true.
Hypothetically,
that's not true. For Troy, they did.
Troy, they played the whole game?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I know I didn't watch the Troy game. I was assuming, but I know I watched the Miami game, and I know they took some of those guys out. But the only point I want to try to make, and this is a good way for you to answer the question, I think it could be trouble for them just because, and I'm picking them to win the game, but I think they can start off a little rocky because those guys haven't had reps and they've had so many weeks off where they haven't been in a competitive game. Do you think that can bode well for Alabama State to try to pull an upset?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, right? Because they're going to come in knowing what they do well. They're going to come in with the mindset, we're going to run the ball, right? For FAMU, they still have to find their identity of what it is. I think it's tight ends and running the ball, but it really is the tight ends. To me, they're like what was that Brady team? 2015? Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, 2015, 2016, right? So yeah, that's FAMU right now. They are the Patriots of 2015, 2016. You don't have special outside guys, right? But your tight ends, they are damn good. And I'm talking about damn good. And you got some solid running backs. So let's work around that. But you still got guys capable like Julian Edelman, and you still got guys capable of taking the top off, Jamar Gassett and stuff like that. Like, these aren't Javon Robinsons and Shamar Savages, but they're capable wide receivers. They're not scrubs. So you still got guys, but it really helps Alabama State to just come in. Hey, we got to establish this. We got to do this. This is what we do. We're gonna do it well. What you got, P?
I'm curious to see. This what we ain't talked about. Will the FAMU fans show up? I'm curious to know.
Oh yeah, it's right down the way.
I want to see though, because
Coach
last
said
time
that
Bama
today
State
in the
played
presser.
in
He said
Montgomery,
it's right down the way, so we expect to see a lot of FAMU fans in the house.
FAMU didn't show up last time they played Bama State. And now that it's homecoming,
I remember
and
that.
anybody know when Bama State gets a big game atmosphere, the Hornets show up. They are one of the top teams in the FCS and in the SWAC in attendance. Will FAMU fans show up today? Because remember, when FAMU was down in Bragg, that's a different story. It's magical in Bragg when you got the fans. If you down in Montgomery in the Hornets nest, it's a little bit different. And those Bama State fans, man, look, they obnoxious. They are rowdy. They will get you in your feelings. They will get you off your game. You got to have your fan base that are to be able to support you and help you out. And it's going to be homecoming. I'm just curious to see will FAMU show up coming from Atlanta and coming from Florida to be there to support their team. Nothing else to break down. I'm just curious to know, will they show up? That's definitely. You was there, but where was the rest of y'all? Jordan.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D.
No, I agree with Perry, because we also mentioned that JSU game, the Who Is SWAC game is what I call it. You know what I'm saying? JSU didn't run away with that game. Alabama State, Bubba McDowell and those boys in that defense played tough. It was a close game, nip and tuck, and Jackson State won the game. It was their homecoming, and it was a rowdy environment. We seen them throwing stuff on the field. Like I felt like Jackson State came in that game overconfident, and I think Alabama State made a statement and stayed close to the game. And I feel like I agree with Perry. I feel like they can do that again. And the people from Tallahassee need to come down and support their squads. We could, be looking at potential upset. But my mind tells me FAMU's going to find a way to win this game, just because Alabama State's offense is so anemic, man. Oh my God. Like, if you shut the run game down and force the quarterback to have to throw the ball 20, 25 times, I don't think it's no way possible they come close to FAMU. But if they can establish the run and keep him from turning the ball over and the defense plays good, we could be looking at a 14, 17, 21, 17 game in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you this.
I appreciate y'all for taking the call.
I appreciate the call for the D. I'll tell you this, and I really agree with D. If it looks anything like Norfolk State, oh, trust me and best believe you're gonna be in a world of trouble. If the game looks like what Norfolk State did, you're gonna be in trouble.
Check your phone, Scotty. I just sent you something from the last time these two teams played in 2022 when it came down to the end.
Talking about the field goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch what berries do to your.
Let me go here. That look like a lot of people to me, P.
That ain't how Jackson State was in there, though. Wait till they get to that other side. Yeah. It ain't what I thought from FAMU. You know what I'm saying? Not the Rattler Nation. They got some fans there. I didn't say nobody showed up. I didn't say nobody showed up, but I'm saying
I'm seeing a lot of gray. I'm seeing a lot of gray.
Huh?
I'm seeing a lot of gray.
When Jackson was there and it was homecoming, that was all Jackson. And that's what I'm saying for this game for FAMU. That's going to matter. And I know we always talk about, don't be worried about the other team, but your support is going to matter, Rattlers. I know some of y'all was there. I'm not saying y'all didn't show up at all, but your support is going to matter. Show the end of that game when that field goal got blocked.
Hey, this ain't crispy. I don't know who recorded this, but it's crispy.
That's all I'm saying. I know y'all showed up, but y'all wasn't deep, It ain't what I think of FAMU when I hear FAMU hit the road. And all of that's gonna be packed this weekend. That hill, everything gonna be packed.
That side look pretty packed right there, though, P.
They call that a section. Your section it better have some people in there. But you see that little end zone right there? Oh, that's gonna be hell. And it's still a little light up in there in that section. It's still a little light, Rattlers. That ain't what I.
Oh.
Hey, defending Black College National Champions, if somebody schedule you for homecoming, you better come deep. You better show up deep and show them you won't be disrespected. That's all I'm saying. It ain't here for you to say, to try to talk noise to me. What I'm telling you is be prepared for who finna talk noise to you this weekend. Y'all need to be in there deep, Rattlers. You need to bring at least 10,000 fans with you.
Damn, what do you want to do? Fill up the half day stadium? That's what he said. He said Jackson did it.
Fill up your side.
He said Jackson did it.
You're supposed to be FAMU. You're supposed to be the defending Black College National Champions. This team playing you for homecoming. Last I checked, when somebody scheduled you for homecoming, it's disrespectful. When Jackson State got scheduled for Alabama State's homecoming, didn't they show up?
It came in full force.
I saw flags. I saw it all from corner to corner. All I'm saying is don't come on here trying to flex your muscle. Show up deep and support your team is what I'm saying. You know, you trying to flex on me. I ain't the opponent this week. You got Bama State to deal with, so show up and support your team. You 2 hours from Montgomery. In Atlanta. Short drive, come on. Show up and support your team.
If I was in Atlanta, I'd be at that game. I'll tell you that.
You'll be at that game. So
I definitely would have been. If I was in Atlanta, I would have definitely been at that game. Smash, coming to you.
Yeah, Perry, get on the ass, Perry.
Because they always talking. And look, the Sunday show up.
Listen, man, that game empty as fuck. Yeah, Perry, get on the ass. Jackson packed on the other side. Yeah, Perry. I'm glad you put up the proof because sometimes you got to put up the proof, especially for the Rattler fans. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, good job, Perry. I like that. That game empty as a motherfucker. And the fans right there in that section, that was the bad fans. Act like you don't know. That was what's 100 fans. Yeah, I'm going, Perry.
That's stupid.
Thank you, Smash.
You gonna call it hit quit. 3859 coming to you.
Scotty.
What's up?
Scotty.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Look here. I got 2 questions for you. And then I got some science to explain to you. Have you heard from anybody in the chat, carrier pigeon, teletype, any email, anything from North Carolina A&T?
Nah, they've been gone. They've been missing.
Well, you know, I told you even if you did hear from them Bammers, I hang the phone up on them, and I was gonna pay you every time you hang the phone up on them. So it look like I'm not gonna be able to get you your money, man, because I just knew I was gonna be able to get you $300 or $400 to help you get your trip in, but them Bammers won't stick their heads up.
Oh no, they listen. They looking at 2025 already.
Well, let me explain this to you, Scotty. I learned today something in science that all you guys ought to know. You know, NOAA, National Ocean. Anyway, the people that predict the weather, they say that they learned that they thought Hurricane Helene would cause all this rain in Western North Carolina and South Carolina, where all these people had lost all this land, but said it wouldn't rain, man. Said what the damn ag is crying from all that ass whooping they've been getting.
Dang.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to check in with you and let you know that I see if any of them Aggie boys have been calling in if they had anything to say, and it sounds like they've been relatively quiet, and that's gonna really cause us to have an El Nino winter, because to keep them Bammers quiet, man, it takes an act of God. But I think after them 111 points to South Carolina State and Central team up put on their asses, they're gonna be quiet for a while.
Oh, they're gonna be real quiet. Real quiet.
Yeah. Hey, Scotty, and y'all don't. You know what? you don't even have to say nothing to him, man. You don't have to say nothing to him. Matter of fact, you got to be like this parakeet this man had, right? He say that the parakeet was he was mixed between a crow and a damn buzzard, man. So the damn parakeet, but he could talk. And that rich man had a whole lot of land. Every time, and he had a hardware store. And every time the rich man came into the hardware store, the parakeet would look at the rich man's wife and say, "Hey, man, she ugly as hell. She ugly as hell." So finally, one day, the man at the hardware store told the parakeet, said, "Look, you call that man wife ugly one more time, I'm gonna cut your tongue right out your damn head. You got to stop that shit." So he said, "Okay." 2 or 3 days later, the rich man came in there, big land bear with his wife. Parakeet looked at him and say, "You know." In other words, that's all you got to say to them damn Aggies. You know. You ain't got to say shit else to them. You know.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate the call. That boy, he hate them Aggies, boy. He hate them Aggies. Cal, coming to you.
Hey, what up, man?
What's up?
What up, there? Hey, what the hell was going on with the last call?
Man, listen, just an old man just want to talk about his rivals and how bad they are.
All right. Yeah, I do the same thing with Southern from time to time. I'll leave them alone today. So we know how you do the top 5. Why don't you do the filthy 5, or the freaky 5, the worst 5 HBCUs every week?
Not the freaky 5.
I think the people want to know. People the same contenders every week, but I think people want to know who the worst 5 is every week.
Oh, that's funny. I'm about to add that. I'm gonna add that. Oh yeah, we doing that. Freaky 5? Yeah. We doing that.
All right, so let's look at this. It's 5 teams, right? It's Bethune, it's Valley, it's UAPB, A&T, and who I'm missing?
That was 5.
No, that's 4.
Bethune Valley, UAPB,
A&T.
A&T. It was one more.
I think Alabama A&M was on the cut.
A&M. You said A&M. Yeah, A&M.
All right, so let's just take between Bethune, Valley, UAPB, and A&T. How many wins is that out of 4 teams on the season so far?
If they all play Valley, it's about
I'm saying, like right now, that the games out of those 4 teams won. Out of all 4 of those teams, how many W's altogether are there?
One for did Valley get a win?
No. Valley and Bethune-Cookman winless. UAPB got 1, and I think A&T.
A&T got 1, don't it?
And A&T got 1. So 4 teams, 2 wins.
Alabama A&M got how many wins?
They beat Kentucky State and
Georgetown. So they 2. So what's that? 4 wins out of 5 teams?
Yep.
I like that freaky. I like that freaky 5 though. That was funny. I think that's going to hit.
Hey, last thing before I get up out of here. Real talk though. Should Valley really drop down Division 2?
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't think they had a winning season, and I'm not talking about this football, but all sports they're absolutely garbage. Why are they even playing like they're? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if anybody from Valley is here than a mic, but what is the point of them to be in Division 1 right now?
Pride. It's one of those situations where you got a Mercedes and you living in a trailer. Like, you're like, man, why don't you just give up the Mercedes? Nah. Like, dog, the car note's $700. Like,
they got a Mercedes, but that bitch ain't running. All right, I'll let y'all, man.
All right, no problem. It's on blocks.
I do like that though. And at the end of the year, we're gonna name who's the sorriest HBCU football team
for the year.
Yeah.
So what would that be? The freakiest? Slut me out list.
Yeah. What we used to have at UAPB, the whole list.
The whole list.
The whole list. You have the name of the top, setouts, gunners, goers, go livers. and they make a list. I'm sure at some point every school back in the day before we had all this wonderful technology that we have had a list that went around of the freakiest chicks on campus.
Freakiest of them all. Photo. Miss Glenn, coming to you.
This freaky 569 God. Whatever.
Hey, I like
At
that
least
69
A&M
guy.
got it.
Hey, then I can do the Kendrick drop too. I like that.
If y'all don't swap us out with Hampton, don't put A&M in there. We ain't even played no conference game yet. We ain't freaky hell. We are some Southern Belles, okay? We are the rich bougie cousins of the SWAC that sits on top of the hill, okay? So don't do that, okay?
Can I say something? Y'all the ones, y'all may be the cute girl that try to act like, but everybody really knows secretly how you get down. You know,
because Perry, quiet as a kept, your school may end up sneaking into the Freaky Five as well. So tread lightly, boo boo.
At least we beat a Division I team this year.
Repeat that.
At least we beat a Division I team. Y'all ain't even beat a Division I team yet.
Division I team we play Auburn. Come on, can't nobody in the SWAC beat them.
You couldn't beat Austin Peay.
And we lost to Austin Peay. Yeah, okay, yeah, we took them L's. Okay, could Southern beat Austin Peay?
I know we beat PV. That's all I know. That's all it took. That's a Division I win.
Damn, if you beat a VVP or whatever, your school may end up creeping into that Freaky Five, okay?
But no, we ain't never fell that low. I know one thing, y'all ain't never beat us.
I just want to get through the football season, okay? I just want to get through the football season, and that's it, okay? But
can I ask you a question?
We are not freaky. Man, I'm not finished talking.
It's about your coach, Connell Maynard.
Didn't your mother tell you not to cut women off while they're speaking?
You right, she.
Go ahead, Ms. Glenn.
Let me finish what I'm saying. It's all jokes, you know what I'm saying? We used to it. Hell, I've been in SWAT groups for forever for us getting dragged for attendance and everything else. But swap us out with Hampton until we play at least 2 conference games. God damn. I mean, damn, can we get a chance? Shit. Like
no.
I said, Perry, but go ahead and say what you got to say, Perry.
I got to ask because it ain't often I get a chance to talk to Alabama A&M fans, right? What do y'all truly feel about Connell Maynard? And I guess I'll just ask in terms of you. What do you truly feel about Connell Maynard being your head coach and the letdown in what we consider against the big games of teams in this conference each and every year? Because I'm sure as the Alabama A&M fan, you look at your team and when the season starts, you're like, hey, this might be our year. Hey, we need to compete. And then you get in those games with Bama State, FAMU, and Jackson State and come up short.
So I'm going to say this. Now, I'm not going to attack any players or anything like that, but sometimes you got to know when it's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to move on because these past 2 seasons have been feeling like James Spady coaching again. That's what it feels like to me. You know, these past 2 seasons, you know, of course, you know, when Akil left, you know, I said, well, you know, of course we may have some offensive struggles or whatever, but damn, I wasn't expecting no losing season. But like I said, I'm not dogging any players. I don't do that. I don't talk about athletes, but sometimes when you're not producing, it's time to move on. It's time to the passing of the baton. Now, whoever is gonna get the baton, I truly trust A.D. Bryant to hire the correct person. So you know, I mean, I'm saying that. I mean, people at my school may be upset, but that's just how I feel. It's just I just feel like it's time to move on from Coach Maynard. He was cool, you know what I'm saying? But man, my feelings still hurt from homecoming.
I was there at that game.
Man, that hurt.
Is that the scooter game?
That's the pink scooter game. Yeah.
Woo, that was years ago.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. It was bad.
And see, he hadn't even given them a win to get over that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Scotty, from now on, every time you got to get the barking sound.
For the student
A
athletes
dog bark.
like that. Everybody know I love my school too. Yes, I will take up the A&M right, wrong, and different. But as far as like, you know, people know when it's time to move on. Like, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not advocating for nobody to lose their job, but if I'm on my job and I'm not producing, they don't fire my ass.
That's facts.
Or tell me, hey, you know, it's time, you know, that we move on to someone else, you know. So, you know, I just think after this season, you know, we may need to pass the baton to somebody else. Who that somebody else is, I don't know. But like I said, I trust my 80, our president and board of trustees and whoever is all involved in the hiring process. But these last 2 seasons, I was like, man, God dang. But like I said, you know, I'm still going to cheer for my school, cheer loud as hell on Saturday. I'm going to be delusional like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? A&M by 30, okay? And that's it.
By 30.
Okay? Love y'all.
Appreciate Miss Glenn.
You know, Scotty, it seemed like, first of all, from now on, when you know how you do the behold for Dawson Odoms,
yeah,
get Connell Man a sound by the barking. From now on, anytime we talk about Alabama A&M, you got to play the barking. You got to play that. And second, one thing I say, and this is what I keep getting from Alabama A&M fans, it's like they tiptoe. It's like they want to change, but they scared to say it publicly. Like Southern, when Dooley wasn't winning, everybody was like, man, fuck it, we need it. Nobody cared. When it was time to get a new coach, we don't care. Who we piss off.
It's that time. It's that time.
It's that time. But every time I hear somebody from A&M, it's like, yeah, you know, I ain't trying to step on no toes. I don't want to upset nobody. You know, shout out to the players. Southern didn't give a damn. We was on Bashawn McCray ass. We was on Harold Blood. We was on Eric Dooley. It didn't matter, bro. It was just like, we see it's time we got to do something. A&M don't seem to have that rowdiness about them.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, the dinner was, it was all right. You know, would I eat it again? I probably wouldn't, but thank you for cooking. I appreciate you for cooking for me. Southern be like, man, this shit nasty, bro. Hell, we're never coming back over here. What happened to them folks' house you went to that Christmas one time? Or Thanksgiving?
Why don't you ever forget stuff?
Because that was some funny shit. It's like, we're not scared to say, hey, bro, you sorry. Hey, this ain't working. But it just seems A&M kind of tiptoe. It's like they don't want to flat out just say, get rid of Maynard. They don't want to flat out just make noise. And that may be the reason why the AD continues to allow him to tiptoe around, because it don't seem like they really voicing it aloud that they really are not happy with Maynard.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. If he beats Jackson, what does that do for him? I mean, I know he ain't keeping his job, but would that make you look at him differently if he beat Jackson just a little bit?
No, you got to grow and run the gauntlet. You got to, one game ain't going to do it for me.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't do it when you said recruit more 5-stars. Okay. She said left his ass a scooter. And they still, that was in what, 2021?
Yeah.
2020. What year was that?
2021.
They still can't get over that. And that means he has not won a game yet to help them get over that. So one game to beat Jackson this weekend, don't do it for me. Beat Jackson, FAMU, and Alabama State. That's what Alabama A&M fans want. That's what they need for their pride. Yeah. And I hate to see them down like this because they almost too scared to say. It's like an abusive relationship. You want to leave, but you scared to say, I want to leave. And then when you sit amongst other couples and you look and they like everything okay, and you blinking like, yeah. It's okay. You know, I just love him so much. He just, hey, it's okay.
He be like, baby, can I get you some water? Yeah. I'll take it.
He's so sweet, isn't he? Always just looks after me the whole time. You know, when you get home, he's gonna be like, why the fuck did you ask me for some water in front of all them?
I'm sorry, I was really thirsty.
Right. I'm kind of nervous. I feel for Alabama A&M fans because through what she was saying, I really heard what she was saying. Get his ass the fuck out of here. But you know, I don't want to.
You was reading between the lines.
Oh man, I was picking up what she was putting down. You know, she sending smoke signals without saying, I don't want to, talk about the players. If they asses is sorry, goddamn, I'm telling you. Yeah. It's okay. We're going to send help. Don't worry. We'll send help. I heard what you were saying.
Oh, man.
When the kids get kidnapped and they be like, are you with this person? And they kind of looking like, yeah, like, and then you kind of let them go, but then you go call the police like, yeah, something about that wasn't right. I almost want to call the police tonight in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, and say, something ain't right up there. I just want to report it. So
I just want you said if you see something, say something.
I'm saying something. What's the AD name?
Dr. Bryant.
Dr. Bryant, the people are they scared to say it because they don't want to. I get it. A&M, they like she said, they bougie. They trying to stick together. But Dr. Bryant, them people not happy. I promise you, they not happy. They just not saying it. But I'm picking up what they putting down. They ain't had nothing to cheer for in a long time, Dr. Bryant.
A long time.
All right, I'm done with that. I'm sorry.
They can't even win the Match City Classic. Hey, A&T Roy, we not taking calls from Aggie fans.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Talk about what? How you
I don't know.
Let's hear what he got to say. Weeks?
Yeah, let's hear what he got to say.
Man, you lucky.
We equal opportunity around here.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, A&T Roy.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
What's up, loser?
What's up, loser? Hey, man, listen. For that dude that keep calling in every week trying to talk this trash to us, man, listen, we still they daddy. We own them in a whole lot of different ways: football, basketball, track and field, school science, school beauty, endowment, all that. We they daddy. So he can talk all that trash he wants. All right?
I mean, unless you explain how you got 66 points put on you, I don't know why we even having this conversation.
Hey, listen, man. Everybody get lucky every now and then.
Everybody gets 66 times.
They had a lot going on.
66 times. You get lucky.
Hey, look. The stars lined up and it rained and poured all over us. I give it to them. They did it. That's cool. So listen. Again, we they daddy. And I think when I called in, I said we're gonna beat the blacks. So we got one more chance to have blacks. That'll be Winston-Salem and Hampton.
Who you playing? Who's your last black?
Hampton. We got them for homecoming. Geo.
That's a loss.
What?
I don't even listen. First of all, your football acumen is on zero right now because you've been talking for the last 2 weeks about who you supposed to beat, and y'all ain't beat shit. So I don't want to hear nothing about your thoughts and opinions of your team. Your team is ass, okay? Ass.
I said we're gonna beat the blacks, and we still got a chance to beat 2 blacks. What do you mean,
sir? You went into overtime with Winston-Salem State.
I agree. I can't say no. I'm just saying I say we're gonna beat them.
Sir.
What happens to A&T if they lose to Hampton at homecoming? And now I'm asking the same way I asked the Alabama A&M lady. And excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't get her name. What was her name?
Miss Glenn.
Miss Glenn, I'm not being she put me in my place. My mama did teach me good manners. So Miss Glenn. But A&T, what's gonna happen? Like, are y'all sending smoke signals too? I'm here. I'm Perry. I'm for the people. If y'all need a change, you call me and I'll speak for y'all because I feel like y'all in the same situation like Alabama A&M. What big game have you won lately?
No. We're not. Here's why.
You like your coach, is what you're telling me.
Well, hang on a second. We early in his tenure. I'm not.
You like your coach, is what you're telling me.
In a year or two, I give it at least 3 years. So
how?
They can get their own players in.
This is my issue. This is my hold on. Time out. I want to be very clear. You got a guy who came into a situation where he can't even beat his rival, which is a black school, which is not in the CAA. NCAT fans will be okay if you just beat your rival. You would give him at least, if he would have put 66 up on NCCU, he probably would get a renewed contract.
Got it. You know what he reminds me of right now? You seen the movie Get Out when they brought the black man in there and he was all grinning amongst the white folks? We need to flash that light and snap his ass out of it, and then maybe he'll come back into reality, realize this ain't working with Coach Vincent Brown. This ain't it.
So again, I'm giving at least 3 years because we knew when we went to the CAA that we were behind.
It's not even the CAA that's whooping your ass. It's the blacks. That's my issue.
But y'all know Central is a very good team. They probably the best team in black.
Okay.
Right
so
now.
what about
Like
South Carolina State? What about South Carolina State then?
Huh?
What about South Carolina State?
What they rank now?
A first year head coach put 45 on you.
Hey, listen. You know what? I tell y'all what. Y'all yuck it up now. Have a good time. Laugh, make jokes. Put us in the freaky 5, freaky 10, or whatever it is. But we're going to make y'all eat these words.
Win.
Watch what I say.
Win. When my kids get married, win. I'm trying to figure out.
At least year after next, if not next year.
Year after next. What?
That's 3 years. That's 3 years.
A year after next is 4. Year after next is 4.
He would have 3 years worth of recruits on the team,
bruh.
Going into his 4th year,
bruh. Sir, nobody expects y'all to win the CAA. That's not even the question. Nobody has you guys winning anything in the CAA, so nobody cares about the CAA. We're talking about you getting mollywop against the blacks. That is my issue.
Wait a minute. Wait. Are you saying you don't expect us to ever win in the CAA?
No. Maybe a game. Maybe one game. Dog, stop it, sir.
No, I ain't talking about this year. I'm not talking
about any year.
Granted, we might win some games. I'm talking about you don't think we'll ever win the CAA?
You will never win more than 2. You will never win more than 2 games in your conference. Because one is Hampton. I'll give you Hampton.
Y'all don't know what's going on.
You might get one in Hampton, but you're not going to. I would never give you more than 2 games in your own conference.
Are you saying in the next 10 years we ain't gonna win more than 2 games in the conference?
You will listen to what I'm telling you. You will never win more than 2 games in conference.
Got him.
All right, you know what?
White folks got him. They put that little devil Get Out.
Y'all don't know what we're doing.
You don't know what you're doing. You talking about you don't know what we're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
We are increasing our budget. We're upgrading our facilities. We're putting things in place.
You doing all that with you doing all that with a below average coach. Okay, great. Congratulations.
For real, Andy. For real, tell me this, bro. You okay with your
I don't know whether he's below average.
Say, bro, for real. Are you? Listen, hold on. He got 20-some players, or maybe 20-some players that are on our team, but they're freshmen and sophomores. Bro, listen to me.
So
are you truly okay with your coach right now? Be honest with me, bro. Be honest.
Yes.
You think he's gonna win y'all the CAA at some point?
I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan.
Do you think he can win you the CAA or even more, get you to the FCS football playoffs?
Never. You'll never win the CAA championship.
We doing both of those. We going to the playoffs and we're going to win the championship.
Bye.
I see what you was talking about. It's good entertainment, though.
Bye.
It's good entertainment.
What are you smoking? You will never win a CAA championship. Now, if you change your coach, if they change coaches and it looks different, then I'll reevaluate. But as long as you have Grill Master Brown, sir, no.
Hey, that's truly a scene from Get Out. He is the black guy at the party. Yeah, somebody gonna have to hit the flash or something. That's truly.
What was it? Oh shoot, I ain't got no.
He's stuck. They got him. He that nigga. What it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Just took off running.
Yeah,
fast as hell in the backyard. that's him. He gone. Yeah, ain't no coming back. They done brainwashed him.
Oh man,
They got it.
Yeah, come on, man, stop playing. What's up, Mr. Johnny?
Hey, Scotty, man, what did that parakeet say, dude? Just, you know, them students from A&T is delusional, man. Any boxer to get punch drunk and beat to death in the head, they're gonna talk all out of their head, slurred speech, brain damage, and he gonna talk about what all they own centrally. And let me give you some facts. They was playing football 22 years before we even became a school, right?
Yeah.
But yet they don't lead us but by 18 games. We on our campus, the core of our campus is only about 125 acres. Their campus is damn near 1,000 acres. Okay, you got more programs and you got more students. But here's the thing, man. This is the last week of September, man. This is football season. We're not talking about shooting marbles. We're not talking about swimming teams and track and all that shit. We talking about football. And then he talking about the world don't know what he doing. Hell, them mother schoolers at A&T don't know what they doing. Them ninjas don't know what they doing down there, man. And then they gonna talk about, oh, well, give our coach a chance. When they had Sam Washington, before he got fired, we whipped his ass right there in Charlotte. Trey Oliver whooped his ass right there in Charlotte, North Carolina on neutral ground, man. Scotty, you a smart man. You making money. You will make more money just every time somebody from A&T call you. Just hang the phone up, Scotty. Don't even instantly send it to garbage, man. Because that's all they talking. Scotty, matter of fact, y'all talk me off the ledge. Because right now I'm sitting right in Greensboro with a D9 Dozer. And then one of them Kasamusu Dozers. So damn big, man. I'm thinking about pushing the whole damn school down. No, I can't do that, Scotty. I might hurt one of them children. But the whole school needs to just all the athletics just need to be bulldozed over and start all over, man. Talking about, I guarantee you, they won't score 111. They won't score 111 points all year long. In the next 2 years, they ain't gonna score no 111 points. But I do, I will say this, man. Ain't no way in the hell I'd call your show talking about nothing, but them Aggies, man, they are delusional. How come, a dog will chase a car? He can't drive the motherfucker, but he'll chase it. He can't do nothing with it, but he gonna chase the car. So, Scotty, please, man, if you don't do nothing else, every time you just hang the phone up, Scotty, that's $25. Just hang the phone up, man. Don't listen to them. Terry, I know you like a lot of entertainment, but man, there's a fine line between us standing around the fire barrel having a good time and just listen to somebody just talk a bunch of shit that's talking about Martians and green cheese and that type of stuff, man. The hell with the people, man. Like, we trying to get them to stop crying, man, so we can stop all this water up here in North Carolina, man. We done washed whole cities away behind them Bammers crying, man. The damn Noah thought it was from Hurricane Helene. It was from the ass whoopings of South Carolina State and North Carolina Central. They just crying, and won't stop crying. And then keep sticking their nose in the MEAC business. Get out of grown folk business, man. I told y'all last year to wire your mouth shut. Win 3 games, and then keep your mouth unless you're drinking soup, taking your medicine, sipping a little water. We don't want to hear what you have to say. And they talking about what they're going to do in the CAA. Well, they should go back to the MEAC. Scotty, would you go back to a conference where motherfuckers are put 111 yards, 111 points on you? They go back to the MEAC. They need to go back to a junior high school, man. I don't understand them, man. I just don't understand them. And Scotty, we play football at Cheney-Berry say, we win the battle right now. We want it over here. We want one play at a time. We going one game at a time, man. One season at a time. He all over there. Well, we gonna beat them and shoot marbles. And by the way, our clock is sing better than theirs. And we are the national Jackstone champion. Man, go somewhere with that. How you say, Scotty? Miss me with that.
Me with it.
Scotty, please, man. If you want to get some money for your son's 501k, hang up on them Aggies, okay? That's all I got to say, man. Hey, up on them, Scotty, because they are crazy, man. They on crack, man. And that stuff will get into you, man. You hang around dope long enough, you just be around that stuff. Fentanyl will get into you. Later, dude.
Oh, man.
Hey, I got a question.
What's up?
How bad do you think Jackson State beat Alabama A&M this weekend?
How
Considering
bad?
what considering what you saw them do to Texas Southern, do you think they can do the same thing to A&M to what they did to Texas Southern this weekend?
It's possible. It's possible. I wouldn't put anything past that Alabama A&M defense. It's bad. It's bad. But I think I texted a player from A&M and I said, I hope your coaches go back to the old A&M because the old A&M, they could dial it up. They could dial it up with the best of them. Offensively, they could always dial it up. Offensively, they could always keep them in games. But I'm telling you, Maynard and defensive coordinators is like a black man with a baby mama. They just don't work, bro. They just don't work together, man. I'm telling you, it's sad. I'm like, and after a while, you know how you got that dude who just be dating girl after girl after girl, and you be like, nigga, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, it's you, and that's how I feel about Maynard. You go through these defensive coordinators over and over and over again. When is it? Maynard, it's you. It's you. So
I was curious because I know we talked about it, we picked, but I was just like, now that I started thinking, I was hearing Miss Glenn, I'm like, damn, they could have an ass whooping on their hands this weekend.
Very much so.
And they let Austin P give them one.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So, and especially when you have a bad defense, right? And then once again, A&M they change quarterbacks like they change draws. Like it's just like, hey, who wants to play quarterback this week? Who wants to play on this drive? You want to play? You want to give it a shot? You want to try it out? Like
I want to see Alabama A&M versus North Carolina A&T in Atlanta. What that look like?
Like my room empty. I'm sorry.
I want to see Alabama A&M versus North Carolina A&T. I want to see that game. Who you think wins that game?
Shit, that's a good answer. I never thought.
Who wins Alabama A&M versus North Carolina A&T?
You got me like reverse thinking, like who's worse?
It may turn out to be a good game.
Just because of how bad they both are, right?
I would love to see that game now that I'm thinking about it. And they talk about the black schools. Can A&T beat A&M? That's a good one.
I would probably go with NCAT.
You think they could beat A&M?
I'll probably go with NCAT. And the reason, just the sheer stability of NCAT, right? Like, if Kenji Christian plays, NCAT wins it, and I'm not even thinking twice. If there is no Kenji Christian, I think the game's a little closer. But I just like the stability of NCAT riding with their guy. They're gonna ride with their guy, that quarterback, whoever he is. They're gonna ride with him. Alabama A&M, man, I know your defense is bad. And I don't know who's going to play quarterback on any other drive, right? So it's just like, if it goes bad, if it goes left, you don't even give your quarterbacks a chance to kind of rectify the situation, get back right. It's you pull and move on to the next one. So I can't rock with a team like that. It just doesn't. It's no stability in that. Just no stability. Like PV, I mean, you can say, Scotty, what about PV and how they brought in Jaden? Well, Cam over 2 games had showed you he had been super inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? So you make the change at halftime, and Jaden pulls you out the dumpster. He literally pulls you out of the fire and saves the game for you. And now, you're looking like you might have finally found your starting quarterback. So I don't know. I don't know. But I would.
Are these the 2 worst teams? Is this the worst A&T team as of today? Probably in the past decade.
I'll tell you this: how you say I view Southern is how I view NCAT. Right? You guys used to talk about, man, NCAT used to be. Since I'm in the space, NCAT.
I hate you came in here and seen this like this. The Southern and NCAT, bro. I just hate you see everybody see what it is. Because had you came in here before the end, Jackson State, you wouldn't even be talking about Jackson State before COVID, bro. Right? At all. And to be honest, maybe FAMU. Y'all know y'all on your little high horse, but come on now. I remember, nigga. I remember. But I give you, hey, y'all got it now. You got it now. What have you done for me lately? But is this the worst A&M team under Connell Maynard?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, you got to go.
Absolutely. I mean, because if you think about the players that he had starting from Akil in that spring COVID season, where he had Abdul, who was a freshman All-American. He had OJ, who was a SWAC first team all conference receiver. He had Juice, who was a second team all receiver. And then I can't remember the running backs, but then Akil was a SWAC player of the year. And then each year he had D. Anderson, who ended up being a SWAC first team wide receiver. He had OJ his last year with D. They both played together, and then Juice was still there for that last year. And then you brought in, I don't think the running back was there at that time. You had that, and that was Akil's last year for all those guys that played together. They lost to Grambling, and I think they lost to Jackson, and they lost to Alcorn, I believe.
And they lost to Southern too.
And they lost to Southern. So I mean, the talent has just been getting worse and worse. And even when you had the talent, you weren't winning at a high percentage.
And the folks lost the Valley. These folks lost the Valley on TV.
So
but they did stop Southern from going to the championship, if that means something.
But hey, listen, start next Monday.
69 God, freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Hey.
Starting next week. 69 Godless. Freaky ass. All right. That Freaky Five.
Yo, somebody gonna get that title, that trophy by the end of the year. A&T, it might be you.
I'm gonna get some baby oil and put the logo of the school who wins it on the baby oil.
So who are candidates right now?
A&M.
Oh, go ahead.
A&M, Bethune, NCAT, Valley, UAPB.
Damn. Come on, UAPB. That's my mama alma mater. Don't win this award, UAPB.
Hey, listen.
Because you damn so good. Because that Arkansas Baptist,
God, freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God.
Yeah.
Somebody said it should be Super Freak.
The set out of the year, because you done let everybody run through you.
Is there another song like? Let me see. Freaks Come Out at Night is not a good one. Trying to think. Babe, what about? I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna
find a song.
I'm gonna find a song.
They got plenty of strip club songs out there that can go for one of these teams.
Yeah, definitely.
Sexy Red got a whole catalog of them for one of these teams.
Fuck my baby daddy.
It's the Sexy Red Award, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Slut Out. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with oh God. Anyway, hey, listen, guys, we about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. And also, listen, if you haven't made your donation to the
True Soldiers, we don't die. Keep rolling. Nah.
Listen, if you haven't made your donation to the Off-Script Anywhere Army, we are looking and still waiting for the 300 to 30. All right, listen, you can give in multiple ways. Off-Script TV, as well as Off-Script TV 2. Make sure you put your email in the note section. Venmo at Off-Script TV and Zelle at Scotty at itsoffscript.com as well. We appreciate all the donations that we've received. And, guys, just keep it coming in, man. We're trying to make this thing happen. October 19th, me, Rocky, down at Southern, homecoming for Alcorn. Perry probably gonna be there. You know Perry gonna probably be there.
Am I gonna probably be there? I'm gonna beat you there. What are you talking about, man?
So we try to bring the whole gang out. You know, it's the SWAC in the Food Bowl. J Max gonna be there. G gonna be there. It's gonna be a extravaganza, man. Trying to bring you guys live on-site coverage and having a good time, man. As only we can do here on the Off Script as well. So make sure you guys invest in us, man, so we can make that happen for you guys to keep the entertainment coming. As well, you always kiss my boy Perry on the Jaguar Journal. Saturdays at
7 a.m., 9 a.m. But if you ain't up that early, just go subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Catch it on the
and me and Blue been doing some stuff on Sundays too. Blue and I've been doing some stuff on my Own the Yard Network Facebook Live. So we do SWAC and MEAC, and you know, with Blue, I get a chance to talk all FCS and FBS. So shout out to my boy Blue, Zach McKinnell. See, I thought Blue was a nickname that came with him. You gave him that nickname because I asked, I said, bro, where did Blue come from? And he said you named him that, so you just got me calling him any damn thing. So that's my dog. So he's Zach.
It's funny. I have never called him Zach. I have never. When I tell you, I have never called Zach Blues. I've never called Blue Zach. Never. Right? Even when I talk to him now, I still call him Blue. Because his show was called Blue Bloods, and he had a partner, but I just communicated with Blue. So I would be like, my boy Blue. So
I ain't heard you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say because you said that I ain't heard you yell no Andrew Body like that. I think that's over.
My boy hurt, man. My boy hurt, man. I gotta save it for next year. I gotta save it for next year because next year when he come back with the vengeance.
So when you make that list next week, you got to get that song. There's some hoes in this house. If you see them, point them out.
Yeah, I like that.
There's some hoes in this house.
Oh yeah. Listen, that's off the Players Club.
If you see them, point them out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta find that. How did it? Whose song is that?
I don't even know.
I know somebody in this chat know that song.
Yeah, that's gonna pop the list off.
Yeah. I like that. Let me see. Is this it?
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
Hey, yeah! I like it, P. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
Hey, you know what it's going down. You know how it's going down. Oh, that freaking frog gonna be lit. It's gonna be stupid lit.
Oh, new segment. Every year, it just keep growing with something.
Oh, man, that's gonna be lit. Listen, that's gonna be lit. Hey, man.
Just make sure your team don't get on this list.
Boy,
Southern, don't get on this damn list.
I wait for Perry to lose a couple more times. They go.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
Boy, don't let PV lose again.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes.
I'm on it. They said,
"What if folks in the swag they ain't gonna like us, boy." I'm telling you.
They said y'all need to do that on Fridays. He be traveling. He be traveling. That's why he can't do it on Fridays. So
yeah. And then I got games on Fridays.
Yeah. So yeah. So, but we might do a midday. But you travel on Fridays. Like, we can't even do a midday show.
Well, I do. I officiate Friday nights, Thursday and Friday.
I would say like a midday show. But you travel. That's what I said.
Yeah. It's over. Yeah. Or I'm getting ready for a game, whatever the case. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. He's got to wait for Monday. That's what Mondays are for. All right,
let's go figure something out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go down. It's gonna be nice. I gotta.
Ain't nobody doing this like this. I mean, this is so orthodox the way we bring the sports to the people. I mean, name me somewhere else that nobody. Pat McAfee might be the only other motherfucker that remotely can get away with the shit that we doing. Because the shit they be letting him do on ESPN is ridiculous.
It's crazy. Crazy.
And now he got Nick Saban even trying to cut up just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Nick Duke just a little bit. So
there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
Hey, listen, that J gonna rock. Okay, that J gonna hit every time. That J gonna hit. All right, listen, guys. Listen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us as long as y'all have. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holler. God bless. All right, stay out them streets.